Hey, Bob, you're watching Dolly Vision.
The evidence seems to indicate that you're watching Dolly Vision.
What is up, YouTube? It is Dolly, and of course, tonight I got the lovely PJ with me, and we're going to be talking some crazy stuff, not tonight. So you guys are going to have to pay close attention to follow what we are going to bring to you tonight, because this is about the mystery of Summer Wells and what possibly actually happened to Summer Wells and where did she go, okay?
And if we had known this all along, it would be wild.
Well, you know, we're going to discuss some things and we're going to take it back. We're going to get in the DeLorean tonight and we're going to take it back a couple years. And then we're going to start breaking things down from that 2-year point up until now, because maybe somebody had the answers all along and they gave us the answers, but we didn't pay it too close of attention. But then when we went back to check the facts, everything they said kind of lined up, right?
It was true.
A lot of stuff, and this may blow your mind a little bit tonight. So if you're out there and you haven't yet, make sure you like the video, okay? Leave your DNA, your fingerprints all over the like button, just in case you go missing. Of course, in the hills of Tennessee, right, BJ? In the hollers. Okay, definitely. And if you haven't subbed up yet, we're 200 people, PJ, away from hitting 81,000 subscribers. 81,000. That is a lot. But this journey, we've been on a journey for 4 years, and it all started with Summer Wells. Okay, crazy 4 years later, here we are, still talking about Summer Wells. And where's the baby? Where's the baby? That is the question. And let me give my warnings. Dolly Vision is for entertainment purposes only. We talk news, rumors, gossip, speculation, theories mixed with a little bit of comedy and a whole lot of chaos. So don't take nothing as fact. Just our opinion, completely satire. Callers' opinions are theirs and theirs alone, not to reflect on Dolly. Everyone is innocent till proven guilty in a court of law.
This coffee is so good.
Okay? And the biggest one of them all. What's the biggest rule, PJ?
Don't be PJ at home.
Don't be PJ at home. She drinks a lot of coffee, okay?
And then I do zoomies.
And then she does zoomies like a little dog, like a little chihuahua running around the house. Is doing that. You got to do this. Then she gets onto my bag. She's like, you need to do this. You need to do this. I'm like, leave me alone, woman. Leave me alone.
That's
Okay.
actually really what happened.
That's the whole truth, nothing but truth, so help me God. Okay. All right, we're gonna share this video and we'll start it with the video so people
Yes.
understand where we're going with
Well,
this.
I'm gonna want you to pause at every section so we can show the stuff that's being said
It's true.
In real time, right?
Okay. So do you want to just show it and then break it down after we show the conversation?
Okay, yeah, you're right.
Okay.
That makes more sense.
So a couple years ago, I get a phone call. Okay. I get a phone call and I'm not really paying it much mind. Dolly was in one of his joking moods. You know how I like to
All
joke
day,
and play.
every day.
You know, I like to laugh and have a good time. Well, Summer Wells' family member called the show. It
Alleged
was
family member. We still don't know.
alleged.
Somebody that knows stuff.
But they knew stuff. They knew stuff and everything they said checked out. Okay. So that's, if it was just somebody making something up, well, they did a good damn job of it because everything they said lined perfectly up.
Mhm.
And so let's just say 2 years ago, there was a phone call. An alleged person said they were a family member of Candace Wells, her cousin, but didn't want to give their name because, you know, there's a lot of backlash that comes with this. Now, you know, even tonight, Don Wells was making his rounds. And
I wonder why.
they knew because this stream has been up all day and they knew exactly what the stream was going to be about.
I bet I could have bet on
right?
that.
How did they know? How did they know what the stream was going to be about? So they come out and try to debunk the stream before it even happens. Before it even happens, Don Wells was already trying to do damage control, saying this has nothing to do with drugs, that the CPS, DCSC,
stole the kid.
Stole the kid. Okay. They went on with some crazy conspiracy that damn selling Mexican babies,
I know.
organs harvesting, but everything but trying to get to the actual truth of what was going on. We know now there ain't no stranger walk up on that hill in Tennessee.
No.
Now, listen, I don't know if any of y'all ever been to Ben Hill Road. Maybe some of you have, maybe some of you haven't,
once.
right? Me and PJ, we've been there. Multiple times have we been to Ben Hill Road. If you didn't know that house was there, you wouldn't be able to find that house,
And
okay?
not only is their driveway steep, it's like this. You're walking up this.
Yeah.
And by the time you get to the top, if you're trying to steal a kid, you're going to be out of breath. You might want to roll down. It just don't work.
And now we know at this time that Summer Wells went missing. Don was heavily into drugs. Mostly,
He probably still
mostly,
he's been in and out on drugs for a long ass time.
mostly crack cocaine. Okay, I say it, crack cocaine.
Allegedly.
You know, he says that the police were following him. He took him on a, you know, that because people were rumoring that he sold Summer Wells, so he took him on a chase and led him into Knoxville, and he got a hotel and did $4,000 worth of crack in a night. Okay, does anybody remember him saying that? And he said he did that so he could show the police he didn't need money, that he could blow $4,000 a night on crack cocaine.
Is that why he did it?
That's why he did it. Because he wanted the police to know he didn't
Stop.
need money. He could afford his crack cocaine, right? But here's the thing. This is what's going to blow your mind. Don and Candace Wells are innocent.
See, I wanted to say this whole stream. That was going to be my punch.
I beat you to it.
No,
But we're going to go into why.
No,
Now, listen, they are responsible.
That's what I'm saying. You say innocent, but innocent of what?
I didn't get to that. You didn't let me get to that.
Well, you just threw out the entirety of the entire video.
No. I'm keeping them guessing. Now they're going to want to know what Don and Candace are innocent of. And what are they guilty of? That's what we're going to be discussing tonight. Okay. That's the important thing. So sit back, put your seatbelt on. We got a lot of stuff to go over. So pay close attention to what's happening. Okay. Just not to my face. You'll have nightmares. Okay. I'll come into your dreams like Freddy Krueger. You don't need that. All right. You don't need that. All right. Let's pull this video up. And there's been a lot of talk about this video on the internet in the last couple days.
Right.
All right. Let's do it. This video is allegedly Candace Wells' cousin calling into my show 2 years ago.
Over 2 years
And I
ago.
kind of just laugh her off. And I really never even checked into what she was saying until now. And then when I started checking into what she was saying, everything she said checked out for the most part. And we'll get into that and the proof of that in just a minute. And there is something going on here with organized crime. And who is involved in that organized crime? We're going to discuss.
Daughter had ran away from foster care for a little bit, but
She
wasn't.
did. And
It wasn't nothing
she
to do
did.
with Candace, right?
No, it had nothing to do with Candace.
Yeah,
but
okay.
We were still, as a family, looking for her, and it had nothing to do with it. And before that, our cousin Rose went missing, and then Candace's older daughter went missing.
Okay,
and then
wait. You
she had
keep
another-
saying we. Are you kin to the Wells?
I am.
Okay, who are you first? We know who we're talking to.
I'm her cousin.
Is your name just cousin? Do you got a name?
Well, we'll just go with cuz.
Cuz. All right, cuz.
Yeah. All right, cuz.
You on that
Right.
bullshit? I'm just
No,
saying.
no. It's all been turned into the
That's that
TBI.
bullshit.
No, I'm not talking bullshit. No, I'm
Oh,
not.
okay.
This has all been turned into TBI.
Oh.
No. So we've had people go missing before on that side of the family where we've gone up in arms looking for children, blah, blah, blah. And all of a sudden Summer goes missing. We're like, what the hell's going on over here? You know, you got two kids missing from the same mom. But the word on the street, because we still have kin there, the word on the street, this Summer was not the intended target there. This has nothing to do with them.
So
She was
somebody
not-
wanted to kidnap somebody, but they didn't want to kidnap Summer. But when they got there,
No. Let me lay it down for you. Okay. You can investigate those too. You can, as I speak. you
okay,
can
I'm gonna look
online
up see
and
if they have a
Google it.
cousin named Cuz first. That's gonna be my
No, listen.
first step.
Look up a dude named Spider. Okay.
All right.
He was arrested at 2:00 in the morning the day Summer went missing.
Okay.
And he was in a drug deal. Okay. He was arrested a few miles down from their house, right in Rogersville, Tennessee. He was meeting three people from Virginia. They were coming up. Okay. And somebody called him an anonymous tip, and he was busted.
Uh-huh.
It wasn't the Wells that called him in, but the people they were hanging out with called him in. You can look this up. His name's Steven, and he goes by Spider. June 15th. You look this up. I'm telling you the truth. They bust Spider.
Okay, his name is Steven though,
No, we were
Yeah.
gonna
and he was
listen
arrested
to
June
you
15th
and then stop.
of last
At
year,
2:00 in the morning. No.
2 years ago.
2021. The day Summer went missing. I'm telling
Okay.
you. Listen to me. I'm telling you the truth. This is just like crazy. Nobody's listening to us. He was busted. He was meeting people from Virginia. Okay. A carload of 3 people. An anonymous tip called in. Spider had drugs on him. They busted him that morning. They were pissed off because it was intercepted. Okay. And it came back to 110 Ben Hill Road, but it was not the Wells who called it in. It was the Crawfords. And all of a sudden, Ricky gets killed the next day. I'm telling you, this is
Which
honest
dude is
to God
Ricky?
truth. Ricky's Marlena's brother.
Marlena is the one that's living in the homeless camp or whatever, right?
No, I don't know where the fuck the bitch is now. I'd like to know, but I don't know because she wouldn't be there. No, she's all, it comes down to the Crawfords. I'm telling you right now, listen to me. The Crawfords were the intended target. It was not the Wells. And our hearts and souls, we believe with every fiber.
Yeah,
of
but
our
did they have a daughter?
Journey? Her name's Journey.
Okay,
They
so,
sure did.
so these people that busted on Spider, that you saying this is a retaliation, and some people have
Well, that's
showed.
exactly what I'm saying. And the people that did it are in Rowan Mountain, Tennessee. And we turned this into the TBI, and nobody's listening to us. He puts on his Facebook, keeping stock of children, and he's all into like this Joshua. It's called the Isaiah House. He said we steal their kids and homeschool them. And this guy's freaking nuts out of his mind on drugs because he's a drug dealer.
Well, people are saying
Yeah.
Ricky Crawford is still alive, but I 100% believe the
he's not.
Crawfords are
No, he's not.
involved.
He's dead. He got drowned. Nope, he's not. He's dead. Nope, they killed him. He's dead. He's killed.
So,
I'm telling you right now, that man's dead.
so you're saying this? They done went and got Summer because of this drug he got ratted on, snitching.
It wasn't them though.
Yeah, but it was
It wasn't-
mistaken. They came there thinking it was the Crawfords, and they ended up getting Summer. Is what you're saying?
Honest to God, that's what we believe. And the only way it makes sense, if you listen to me, is her timeline is a lie. That's a big fat lie. But the Wells, I'm telling you, Donnie and Candace are innocent as can be. They didn't do it. This is like, if you look at their timeline, her timeline doesn't make sense because it's not true. Her timeline, she left the home, and Grandma, or you can call her Grandis or whatever the fuck you want, we call her Candy. Candy was there, and she was sleeping, and the boys were supposed to be in charge of the home, and Candace left.
Where did
She
Candace
left.
go? Cuz
Well, you want to know the truth? She went to take Hunter home. She was taking Hunter home. She was there with Hunter, and she wasn't supposed to be there with Hunter. She
so
was
you're
taking
saying
Hunter home.
when Allie says that Summer was in the car when she brought Hunter home?
Oh, Ellie, no,
That's a
she
lie.
lied. No, and then if you go back and look on YouTube, she already admitted that was a lie. That was a big fat lie. She's a big fat liar. She was like not following Hunter's probation at all. She let him do whatever the fuck he wanted to do with Candace and whoever he wanted to do it with. She didn't give a shit. She was too fat and lazy,
Thank you, Helena, for gifting those memberships.
sleeping in her bed on the toilet, whatever the hell she was doing, but she wasn't watching her kid. I'm telling you, that was a lie. So what happened is she was taking Hunter home, and so her timeline is screwed up. And when she says she don't want to talk about it because, I already told the TBA, everybody knows if I tell it, this was the perpetrator. Fuck that. No, you don't want to tell the truth.
Yeah, but
You
here's the
just wanna-
thing: if Candace is completely innocent, like you're saying, then why
She
all why all the fuck shit? Why all the
Well, let me tell you
lying?
why. But it's going to come out now. Let me tell you why. It's about ready to come out. Let me tell you why. Because she was afraid to lose her boys. But now the boys don't want to come home. So Candace has nothing else to lose, right? It's going to come out. Let me tell you the truth. It's coming out. You guys all watch. It's coming out. Candace lied about the timeline, and she was scared. But now she has nothing else to lose. And Don, the guilt is eating them up alive, and they're coming out. They had nothing to do with this little baby going missing. It's not them. It's not them. And we've already turned these people into the TBI over and over, and nobody's listening. And we keep sending like video proof and proof. This is not them. They didn't do it. It's not them. It's the Crawfords. They need to look closer, and they need to look at these people that were sending like the proof. This guy like has pictures of like keeping them stuck and stealing their babies. Like he talks about this code and all this weird shit. He's talking about the jailhouse code. Like when they go to jail, they write letters and codes to each other and shit. This guy, and I don't know how I could put his name out there without getting in trouble. In my opinion, it's Philip. I don't know how to. I'm not.
Yeah, don't worry about his name. Just send it to me in my Facebook.
All right, but he's from Rowan Mountain. I'm telling you. And there's a video of this guy living in the woods and talking about stealing kids and all this bullshit and keeping them like in an Amish school almost, like it's called the Isaiah House, he calls it, like this religious house. And I swear to God, our family does not believe that they're guilty. Honest to God, they're not. And we think that these people honestly took Summer and on mistake. It wasn't not the intended target. Marlena's daughter, Journey, was actually, that's why Marlena was freaking out. Summer was not the one that was supposed to be gone. It was supposed to be Journey. And everybody's like, oh, she was gone 2 to 3 minutes. No, she wasn't. She was gone 2 to 3 hours. And that's why.
So what else is Candace lying about? Cuz you said the timeline is wrong. That Allie lied.
That's it. No, that's it. And
So while she was gone, what do you think happened?
She took Hunter home, and they came up on that hill and got that baby. That's honest to God what happened. And if you look at like the FBI evidence and the TBI and the LE evidence, nothing. Why have they not arrested them? Because they didn't do it. And the digital evidence proves it on their phone and their GPS and all that stuff. They did not do this. This was not them. This was done to them. And they're not listening to the people that we think in our hearts did this. And if you look Spider up, I'm telling you, you Google the Times Herald, June 15th, 2021, and look at Stephen's record, Spider, you'll see he was arrested at 2 o'clock that morning.
Okay, somebody asked, how did the 110 address get mixed up?
It didn't get mixed up.
Alba, thank you.
Because she was staying there. It did not get mixed
So
up.
when she called the police on Spider, she called from 110 Ben Hill Road.
No, she didn't call the police on Spider, though. It wasn't her. She didn't do it. She did not call the police.
No, I'm saying Marlena called the police on Spider, right?
No. There was an anonymous tip. It was anonymous. Whoever called, what I'm trying to tell you is Spider got the drugs from this dude in Rowan Mountain, okay? And the dude he got the drugs fronted from is the one that had this arranged. It was not the Wells, I'm telling you. And if you look at the son of a bitch online, which we have done, and we've sent it to the TBI, the FBI, the LE, and we're telling them, look at this guy. He's talking about stealing babies. He's talking about being this great drug dealer, blah, 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 and keeping them stuck and stealing their kids. And
you gave all this information to TBI?
We did. And they're not listening. They're not listening to us because they think we're like stupid hillbillies or something. They're not listening. They won't listen. And we're trying to tell them, listen, somebody called in on Spider and it wasn't us. And his people took retaliation on the Wells trying to get back at the Crawfords. And it wasn't us. It had nothing to do with them.
Yeah, but you think somebody's gonna come because you told them somebody's gonna come take your kid? I mean, that's a little extreme, don't you think? For snitching on somebody?
No. How much do you think that he had on him? How many kilos do you think he had on him?
What, when they busted him?
Yeah. Look it up. It's all right there. It's all.
I mean, how many kilos did he have? Just save me the trouble. You can tell me.
No, go ahead. No, look it up. He had guns, he had drugs, he had backpacks full of shit. Not only that, but the people came from West Virginia, but he had information on the Isaiah House. He had information on their whole racket that they had going in Rowan Mountain over there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, look it up. He's still in freaking jail right now.
So if he's in jail, he couldn't have done it. So but you're saying his people done it?
Spider didn't take it. No, Spider did not take her. But I'm telling you, the guy that he was working for, he did it. I'm telling you right now, that man Philip did it. And with my whole heart, as I'm sitting here breathing, I swear to God, hand to God, I believe that man did it. Hand to God.
And he did that because of a drug debt, because his drugs got knocked off.
He did it because he was busted, and they had information regarding his operation.
All right, somebody told me to ask you, do you think Summer is alive?
No.
I don't. I honest to God don't. You know why? Because I think she was too much of a liability at that point. I think they had I think they cut their losses, and I think, I don't want to start crying, but honest to God, I don't think that they kept her. I think that they got rid of her because they realized that they made a mistake.
Yeah, I don't know how I would look up Spider because I don't know his last name.
No, I'm going to tell you right now. Hold on. I can tell you. You just give me 10 seconds. I'll tell you. 1 second. Hold on. I got all of it. No, his name.
Or you can just shoot it to me on Facebook, like I said, and I'll look into it.
I've never listened to. I don't even know your name. I've never listened to your show before.
Oh, okay. Well, how did you find me?
I just looked up live on YouTube, and you popped up.
Oh, okay. And
Right,
it just happened to be something you knew all about that you happen to be family with.
Well, no. I just happened to see you were talking about Summer Wells. I'm like,
Oh, okay.
listen,
Okay.
I'm so skeptical of everybody.
I'm going to tell you.
Usually you're not though.
June 15th, 2021. I'm doing it right now. Hold on.
Okay.
I know you think I'm nuts, but I'm not. It's in the Times Herald. And that's
Okay,
the local
Ziggy's in the
newspaper.
room. I got you. She says, look up this article by Newsbreak called 4 Arrested After Large Quantity of Meth.
Yep, that's
Numerous
it.
guns
Ziggy-
seized from
I'm
Churchill
Ziggy. I love
residents.
Ziggy. Yep, Ziggy's right. Yep, Ziggy's right. That's it. She's right. I'm telling you.
So Don and Candace was tied into those people, which was Marlena, and Marlena was tied into Spider.
Marlena, yep. It was not done directly. It was by accident. I'm telling you. This was by accident. They were not tied in directly to them. That's the heartbreak about the whole situation.
So then what would make some people go after them? I mean, what would make them think the Wells were involved there where they would have to go kidnap
Because
Summer?
that's where, if I can tell you, that's where they stayed. That's where she spent a majority of her time. She was like there all the time. And that's the only thing. They didn't mean to take her to hurt her or kill her or anything. They were using her as collateral. And then all of a sudden it blew up. And they're like, oh, fuck, we got the wrong person. We got the wrong victim. We got the wrong person.
So nobody at the house. Grandis was asleep. The kids didn't see nothing. I mean, what did they come into the
Oh,
house?
but they did. No, listen, the kids did see something, though. Here's the thing. When Candace went to the door and said, hey, Wyatt, watch Summer. You don't say that for 2 seconds, right? You say that when you're leaving. Hey, watch your sister and get in your car and leave. And Gramps even said, I hate even calling her that. We call her, that's Candace. And we call
Candy.
Grandma. Listen, we call Grandma Candy, okay? So I don't like to call her Grandis. I feel it's very disrespectful. So Candy was sleeping in her trailer and she heard Candace leave. And she'll tell you that. I heard her leave. She was leaving to take Hunter home.
Uh-huh.
And her timeline don't make sense because it's not true what she's telling. And that's why they look guilty. Her timeline does not make sense because she left. And when she left, that's when it happened.
But what I'm saying, then what did the boys see? Was Summer, if Summer was
Listen,
inside with the
I'm gonna
boys,
tell
how
you,
did the people get in the house and grab Summer without the
they
boys
didn't
seeing
get
it?
in the house, so
And why didn't they take the
Summer went-
boys?
No, listen, Summer went outside. And if you listen to what Ronnie Lawson says, and I have this interview, he says the boys said Summer was last seen walking out of the house and Summer left the home. Summer went outside and they got her outside. It wasn't like they didn't know the boys were inside. They didn't go inside the house. I'm telling you, they took Summer. She went outside to play and they grabbed her because they thought she was Journey. I swear to God, as I'm breathing, they thought she was Journey and she wasn't Journey. And when they realized she was Summer, I think they did something bad to her. I
Oh.
really do. I honest to God do. I swear to God, I think they did something bad to that little girl. And I wish with every fiber of my being that I'm not right. And I pray I'm not right, but I think I am. I think they did something very bad to that little girl because they thought she was not Summer. They thought she was Marlena's kid.
What do
They
you
thought she
mean
was
you said
Copper.
you did something really bad to that little girl?
I think they killed her. It's
Oh,
not
you
no
think
truth.
they did something bad? I thought you said, I think I did something bad to that little
listen,
girl.
Not me. No, honey. I'm
Oh,
hillbilly. Listen
okay.
to me very carefully. I'm hillbilly. Sometimes I can talk and it don't. No, not me. I would never, ever, ever do anything bad to a child ever. I worked
Never, ever.
in public schools. I retired from a public school. No, I would never, ever, ever do anything bad to a child. I have 6 grandchildren myself. I'm an older lady. I would never harm a child. Not me. They did something bad to that little girl. I think.
Uh-huh.
In my heart, I believe that they did something bad to that little girl. And our family, when we sit around and talk about this is what we think happened. We think she wasn't the target that was supposed to be. And when you hear Jody Sue and Andy and all that bullshit and all the fucking shit in the holler, that's all drama bullshit that takes away from Summer. Summer wasn't supposed to be gone. It wasn't Summer they were after. We honestly God.
Now, in that article, that Newsbreak article that Ziggy was talking
Do
about,
you see it?
no, I haven't
see
seen the article. I haven't looked it up, but you saying Steven is Spider?
Yep.
Okay, so I can find
Okay.
the 4 people that were arrested. Go by Steven, and that would be the Spider guy.
Right. But let
Okay.
me tell you, Steven's dealer is in Rowan Mountain, and he's not in that article. He's not mentioned. And I turned this into the TBI, and I turned it into like nobody listens to us. They think we're freaking hicks from the damn. They treat us like fleas or something. They don't want nothing to do with us. I'm telling you, Spider's dealer is in Rowan Mountain.
And there is a
And-
connection between the Melina girl and the Spider girl. You know that for a
Yes.
fact.
Oh, I know that for a personal fact. And let me tell you, and I can relate it back to Candace Wells too. It's Mendenhall. I can tell you.
Okay.
If you look up that,
Is
yep,
that
you look
Steven?
that up, and I've got it all screenshots of all of her friends, and I'm telling you right now. And him and Spider were connected, and that's a connection to the Wells. But they weren't the target. I'm telling you right now, they were not the target.
And
The
then
target was a
So you
Copper.
saying the drug man's mad over a debt because his man got busted with drugs? He blamed it on
He got
Melina,
drugs
went to kidnap
and guns.
Melina's daughter, but accidentally got Summer Wells.
I think he was trying to scare her. I'm trying to tell you. I think they were trying to scare her. And I think they wanted payment because that shit got interrupted. And it wasn't all that like $5 or $10 worth. There was a large amount of drugs and guns. That man had guns too.
Do you live out there in the holler?
My parents do.
Okay.
We're gonna go over it and slow it down, you guys.
We're gonna go over
I'm
and
there
slow
for
it
you.
down.
And
Don't
if you know my
worry.
last name, you'd be like, oh fuck.
We're gonna
Yeah.
break it down.
Okay.
Nope, we're right there. Nope, I'm nowhere near there. I'm hours away. I live in a different state. But I'm telling you, I know. I believe my people. I believe my family.
Uh-huh.
And we talk about this shit. And I'm telling you, nobody's listening to us. They were not supposed to. Summer wasn't supposed to be the girl. And if you look at this,
That's it.
Okay. So let's blow this back up. Now we're gonna break all that down for you. Show you what she was saying, where some of it was actually
Does
true.
she sound confident to you?
She definitely sounded confident because she didn't sound like she's making nothing up because she was talking so fast, like she knew it,
Well,
and she was trying to get it out as fast as she could.
Whoever recorded you sped it up a little bit. That's why I think it'll be helpful.
Well, I
if
didn't
you
sound
slow-
sped up.
Oh, I think
Just
it
her.
Was, I think it was a little bit sped up.
Listen, when you live in them hills, there's a lot of drugs.
Oh,
There's a
that's
lot.
bad.
There's a lot of meth going on in them hills, and what I think this whole case is a little meth up. Is what I think. And the girl that was connected to Don and Candace Wells, she was staying there around the time that Summer Wells went missing.
And her little girl was good friends with Summer.
Summer's
they
best
didn't
friend.
Look anything alike, so
But if you don't know what the kid looks
Right.
like, how do you know?
you just know that there's a girl there that is Marlena's
And
daughter.
Listen to this. Don and Candace, they pass a lie detectors test,
They've
right?
always said somebody took Summer,
They've always
so
said
technically
somebody
that
took
wouldn't be a
Summer.
lie.
Yeah, exactly.
And so therefore they could get wasted above and beyond and be able to still confidently say somebody took Summer.
And we know Allie is full of shit. Rest in peace to Allie. I hate to
Yeah.
talk bad about somebody that is no longer with us, right? But Allie full of shit. KT, just wanted to say PJ looks very pretty
Thank
this
you.
evening. You are very lucky, Dolly. I know. So is this woman telling the truth in her story?
Now listen, she's not one of the people that was there or involved. She's telling this as somebody that's allegedly related to
to Candace Wells.
And so this is something that like the family sat around a bonfire and came up with based on what they know. So
Mhm.
there's pieces of it that are not exact. The article that I found about the snitches on Spider is like July 15th. There's little discrepancies like the Ricky being not alive anymore. He's definitely alive. But he's one of the 4 people that are in that original
Arrest.
article that got arrested.
And these people were tied to the woman that was staying with them. So I mean, she has this part right, that these people were involved in some type of meth ring, and
got snitched on.
they got snitched on. She's absolutely right about that. So let me just show this article real
This is
quick.
Wild.
So there may be some truth to what this woman is saying, and it would make sense how they could pass a lie detector test, how everything they said. Listen, they know that somebody took it. Don has even said he wrote to people on Facebook and asked them to return Summer Wells.
He wrote a letter from
And a letter from
Mhm.
jail, right? He wrote the letter from jail. He
to
was
the
saying
people that took her.
he was trying to contact them on Facebook. Well, how do you contact somebody,
Somebody that you don't know who
who
it
you don't
is.
know who it is, right? Don has said a whole lot, and he knew that Summer Wells was deceased, right? Because he says she's in heaven. Now he's trying to be like, well, she was sold, the DCSC kidnapped
Stole
the
her.
baby under the Biden administration, right? And that they sold this baby, and he thinks the price for a blonde-haired, blue-eyed baby is about $65,000.
$60,000.
Yeah, $65,000. Right now, I don't know what drug debt what was owed, but these people weren't little drug
It's
dealers.
not that's not Lisa K. That's not Lisa K.
These people were
That's what
not.
people were saying that with Lisa K under the video, and when it happened, I remember this, but it's not.
These people are not little tiny drug dealers. These ain't people selling nickels and dimes. Okay, these are major drug dealers that are. When you're dealing in this level of narcotics, you're talking organized crime. You're talking, and this goes into why did Candace get so upset about the
Cornbread
cornbread mafia, right? Because listen, when Cornbread Mafia usually is dealing in drugs, but weed, right?
Yep.
But these people are running meth. Now, here's the thing: when you selling drugs, you selling drugs,
And
okay?
it may not be because people I know went into that whole rabbit hole of the
Or
cornbread
the
mafia,
Cornbread
but it
Mafia,
may not. You know how like
and the leader,
branches out,
yeah, the leader passed away. He died.
but no, you know how like when there's like gangs, there's like branches from
Yes.
within the main one, like so it may not technically be the exact.
Cornbread Mafia,
Right,
but
but it
somebody
could be
that
a-
could somebody that was involved with the Cornbread Mafia that's
Which
also on the side selling methamphetamines.
Because nobody could understand why would you freak out? Like they're asking you all these other relevant questions and you're not freaking out, but they mentioned cornbread mafia and you literally lose your mind.
Because she knows this was tied to some type of organized crime. And this is organized crime because if you would have had one more person, you're talking RICO federal conspiracy charges
right.
in these drug charges. Because
And it's like people are like, oh, so are they innocent? Well, technically, I never really thought they maliciously like unalived their daughter.
I didn't either.
But are they guilty of negligence? Probably
Yes. And
Are
I
they guilty
believe
of
the
doing
fact
drugs?
that I believe that
Probably.
Candace was sleeping with Hunter.
Which is why he wasn't supposed to be at that house.
At
Which
the
is why
house.
she had to hide the fact that she had to take Hunter home.
Yep. I believe that when she went back from that water pond with Hunter to the house.
To the house.
And they got their jiggy on. And then
Oh.
she took, I mean, it sounds nasty, but it is. She don't want Don to know that.
So
right?
she has to lie about that.
She
Yep.
has to lie. And then listen, here's another thing. When Chris McDonough was there, did you notice Allie was on the phone?
Yes.
Who do you think she was on the phone with? Candace
Candace.
Wells.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. That's we
But they
always
were mad at each
they
other at
say
the
they
time.
were mad
They
at
said-
each other,
right.
right? They say they were
Right.
mad at each other, but were they really mad at each other? That is the question, because she didn't give a damn what Hunter did. What reason did she have to be mad?
She didn't.
Right?
have
She
any-
didn't care. She knew Hunter was smoking, drinking. Look at
She
Hunter
let him
now;
do
he's a little
whatever, yeah.
gangbanger. Right? She knew these things. Who knows their kids better than the parent? Right?
Never.
She knew her son was banging Candace Wells, right? So I believe that the fact that, well, she told the kids to watch the little girl and Summer went outside and these people at that point came up there looking for the
Marlena
woman
and her daughter.
that happened to be there, right? Happened to be there. And this lady happens to be involved with a drug ring. Okay. To think about that. She's involved and a stranger, a complete stranger could have did this. It don't even make sense. It don't even make sense because we've been there. We've sat with the Wells.
There's just no way you wouldn't go to that area or even like it's like in the cut. There's no lights. It's just not.
If you
There's
didn't
no
know it was
way.
there, you drive right past it.
Right.
I went to their house 2 times and thought the house was over here, and it was actually over here on the hill. Because I mean, in the wintertime, you can see through there a little bit better, but in the summertime, you can't see the house at all. You can't see it. That's why I drone over it when I was there the last time, because so you could get a good look at everything that's going on there. But Summer went outside. Don's even
They
said it
said
tonight.
Summer
He
loved
loved
being
she
outside.
loved being outside. So these people come up there. They're looking for another woman that happens to be living there, sees a kid, grabs a kid. Before they know it, they got the wrong damn kid. And what do? Do you hand the kid
You
back
can't
over
just give her
when you
back
got
like,
the
"Oh, whoopsie, I
TBI
got the wrong
and the
kid."
FBI looking for her, and you got
No.
millions of police out there surrounding the house and searchers in the woods and helicopters? You can't just give the kid back, right?
No.
So
Like,
now,
whoopsie, I got the wrong
now-
kid. Here you go. No.
now this kid is going to get us in trouble, and it's going
Right.
to bring down the whole drug ring. And then here's the thing: is you got Fred Hill allegedly up on the hill slinging meth, right? You got this meth ring that the woman's tied with. You got Don Wells smoking crack, right?
And you know Jody Sue was on some shit.
I don't know what Jody Sue's on, but that's a whole different. I don't even know what drug that is. That's a whole different level of drugs right there.
But
you
that's
got-
that whole little circle right there.
You
It's
got
like they're
all these drug addicts. You got all these drug addicts that's swarming this kid like sharks. And you expect me to think this kid just wandered off, or a stranger came up on that hill. A stranger would be scared to go up there. They got 50 dogs, right? So this wasn't somebody I think that was, this is somebody that knew something and went up to that hill for a reason. and it goes into, you know, Don saying what he says. And to me, let me share the screen with you guys. Let me share the screen with you before I get too excited and into this. Boom. This is your dude Spider. Okay.
I can read the article if you need me to.
Spider looks like a very pleasant guy, don't he? Don't he look like he looks like
peachy?
he looks nice. He looks like a
I
good
wonder
guy
what
to
his
hang
face
out
tat
with.
says.
His face tattoo says it wasn't me.
Oh,
Okay.
shit.
He has a face tattoo that says it wasn't
All
me.
right.
Now I don't know if it says that or not. I'm just joking. All right, you want to read the article to him?
This article is titled Hopkins Police Blotter. Tipster leads HCSO to pedestrian carrying handgun and meth in Rogersville. July 23rd. This is the only thing that's a little bit where I'm not sure. It's July 15th, shortly after 2 a.m. Rogersville, Hawkins County detectives arrest a man on meth trafficking and felony gun charges after a tipster stated a man known only as Spider would be walking with the drugs in Rogersville. HCSO Detective Zachary England states in his report that in response to that tip, he, Detective Scott Stewart, and Detective Reba Matthews located Stephen Lee Spider Blake, 38, and then it says his address, walking along Ebbing and Flower Springs Road near East Main Street. Blake admitted to the detectives that there was marijuana in his backpack and baggie containing 13 grams of pot was retrieved by Stewart, England reported. When deputies attempted to detain Blake, however, he stated that he had meth in his front pants pocket. Stephen then handed officers a small case containing 11 various sized baggies containing a clear crystal-like substance believed to be 7 grams total of methamphetamine, England said. Stephen also raised the front of his shirt, exposing a black and silver semi-automatic handgun that was found by officers to have 1 round in the chamber and 3 more rounds in the magazine. Stephen stated to officers that he carried a handgun for protection. A computer check revealed Blake was a convicted felon in Maryland, Florida, and Arkansas. He also had several outstanding felony warrants in each state. He was arraigned on Monday on charges including possession of meth with intent to deliver, possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony, possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, and simple possession of marijuana. As of Thursday, Blake was being held in the Hawkins County Jail without bond, pending a preliminary hearing set for August 2nd. And then these are the other. I don't think this article at the bottom here has anything to do with that. So that part of the article I read.
Okay. Okay. What about the other people he was connected with?
That's the second article I sent you.
Okay.
The one they talk about in the video with Siggy talking and commenting.
Yeah. All right. So I go here. Let me pull this up for you guys. Now follow along with us, right? It may be a little confusing, but we're going to get through it together. All right. All right. Which article is it?
The last one.
Right here?
Yep. Okay. And this is the
Hold
one.
on.
This is the article. Where one of these people is I'm trying to just read it really fast. Sorry. Because one of these individuals is Ricky Dale Crawford, Marlena's brother, who's not dead. He's alive, but he's one of the people that got arrested. And this is actually the article they're talking about.
So it just shows right there that Marlena was connected to a drug ring.
Yes.
Okay. And the people that are in organized crime.
Yes.
She was also staying at the Wells's house.
Yes.
So
she had her own trailer at one point, but they were there all the time, and Summer and the little girl were together all the time.
Yeah. So you got all these bad people around, right? Or accessible to these bad people that are running this drug ring. You got her there, and now we got a little girl missing, and they instantly thought that Summer was abducted. They never thought she walked off.
Right.
Nothing. They knew something. They knew something
Yes, they
from the
did.
very
Because
beginning.
this is one of the things I learned, and I know a lot of people hate the deception detective or whatever, but if you are truly a parent that's got a kid that's missing and somebody comes up to you, hey, did aliens abduct your kid? You're going to be like, I don't know, because you don't know. So for these people that have missing kids that are flat out saying, no, that's not possible, or that didn't happen, or no, absolutely not. There's no way she could have done this or that. You don't know that. This could be the one day that she decided to climb on the roof and jump off. Like, I mean, so if you truly don't know where your kid is, you're not going to say something did or didn't happen because you truly don't know. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I would say I don't know. I would think maybe there's a possibility that she walked off. There's a possibility she got kidnapped.
For them to say that they're certain that she would not walk out of the house or down the property or whatever, to me makes it almost seem like she might have just gone outside to play. Because if in one breath they say she was outdoors all the time, she loved being outdoors, and then they're like, oh, but she wouldn't walk outside.
Well, we know it takes a bad person to snatch a child.
Well,
right?
of course.
A good person ain't gonna snatch a child.
No.
So we would have had to have bad people in that area.
Mhm.
And sometimes in this world, people that hurt you are usually the people that are closest to you, right?
That's statistically true.
It's very rare that a stranger hurts somebody. So this is not a stranger. This is somebody that in this time point that they were dealing with or associating with is responsible for the disappearance of Summer Wells. And these are the people that they were associating with.
Right.
Okay.
Exactly.
And I hate to say you're guilty by association, but I didn't come up with that term. You know what I'm saying? But we know somebody bad has taken this child. We know that these people are saying this, that it's checking out that these people were involved in a drug ring. These people were connected to the lady that was at the house, just like she said. And there is the possibility. Her theory was they just grabbed the wrong child. And once they realized it, they disposed of Summer Wells because there was no bringing the baby back.
Well, you got to also remember, this is some of Candace's supposed family. They're just sitting around discussing.
All right, hold on.
Like
Before we get into anything else, wow, 1,900 people in here and not even 1,000 likes. Come on, people. Let's get those likes up before Dolly and BJ rage quit.
And people are saying 7 grams is not something you'd get even for.
That's
but this
him.
article was from the actual time frame, whereas people that are associated with the spider guy, including Ricky Crawford, Marlena's brother, they had a lot more than 7 grams.
Yeah, I mean, 7
That's
grams
just
is
the
your
one
street
time
dealer.
He was
right?
arrested.
Like you don't, if you a meth head, you ain't doing 7 grams of meth. Okay, if you are, your heart's going to stop. You're selling that. He's
Right.
distributing. He's a foot soldier.
Right.
He's not a general. The person that was caught in the first picture, he's a foot soldier. He's not a general. You go up and up. So say one person has 7. Well, his buddy might have 28 grams. He may have an ounce. Then the next guy may have a kilo,
Yeah.
and then the main guy may have 15 kilos. It's in the drug world. It's a trickle down effect. Even in small, like even in weed dealers. Okay, you may have your street dealer, but then you have your supplier, but that street dealer is connected to the supplier.
Well, she named somebody named Philip, which I didn't. I swear I thought I knew of a person that had been mentioned in this case named Philip, but I could not find it. That's the one thing that I hate about this case is that so many people have covered this. It's become just so muddy that it's almost impossible to find. Like, I swear I heard Don Wells one time on a show say that the person that took Summer just didn't bring her back or something to that nature. And I don't know exactly how he said it or what he said, but I remember hearing him say that. I cannot find anything like that anywhere. And there's so many clips, so many people that covered it and talked about it. It's like it's impossible to find.
And his story is changing right now.
Yeah.
Okay, from the get-go, he said even to the police, abducted. Somebody took her, she wouldn't leave. Right? He said that. Now he's saying that basically the DCSC stole the child and sold the child for $65,000.
Right.
Which is absolutely.
That's like as of an hour ago.
Yeah, as of an hour
like,
ago, right? That's what he's saying, as an hour ago. But ain't it funny that we titled this and they get online and he starts talking about, well, a meth dealer would tell on another meth dealer.
Right.
No, they won't. Not if you're going to get killed for telling on that person. You ain't going to say nothing, right? organized crime, you know how they keep it organized? Because if you talk, you will get murdered.
Right.
So-
So they'll steal your children or your family
And if you
members.
took part in doing this, you're
You're
going
in
to go to
trouble.
prison for way
Yes.
worse than drugs. You're going to prison for murder.
Right. And
Right. So would you
conspiracy.
talk?
No.
Hell no, you ain't going to talk. So yeah, you may talk if to get out of some little trouble if you ain't involved in a murder. But if you're involved in a murder plot, oh no, that changes the game a little bit right there.
It does.
Do
It
you want
changes
do
it
you
a
want to
lot.
read this article to them?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
All right.
Look at these nice, pleasant people.
This is 4 arrested after large quantities of meth, numerous gun seized from Churchill resident. 4 people were arrested Thursday morning after multiple police agencies executed a warrant on Churchill residence as a result of a lengthy investigation into drugs and weapon sales. HCSO Narcotics Unit Detective Reba Lee stated in her report that Jimmy Ray Wallen and Harry Everett Richmond were suspected of illegal narcotics distribution from the residence located at Wallen, 42, was charged with possession of meth, possession of amphetamine, possession of clozapam, possession of possession of marijuana, and possession of firearm during a felony, possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, and maintaining a dwelling where narcotics are sold. Lee reported that several firearms were located in Wallen's living quarters, including 3 12-gauge shotguns, a Martin 22 semi-automatic handgun, a Mossberg 22 caliber rifle, a loaded Winchester 22 model 190 rifle with 10 shells, 45 caliber pistol, and a 9mm high-point pistol, and 233 assorted rounds of ammo. Police also seized other items for Wallen, including drug currency, 9.5 pills, marijuana, 2 fent patches, and several baggies containing a total of 60 grams of meth, as well as digital scales, baggies, and multiple pipes. Richmond.
And the Phillip dude is probably their supplier.
Yes. I still couldn't find Philip though, but that was my main rant. Like,
That's the
I was trying to
West
find
Virginia guy.
Phillip. The whatchamacallit guy, Roan Mountains.
Mm-hmm.
That's what she kept saying was Rowan Mountains. Richmond, 42, was charged with sale and delivery of meth and maintaining a dwelling where narcotics are sold, and police allegedly located 3.13 grams of meth in his bedroom, as well as a digital scale, baggies, pipes, and other drug paraphernalia. Ricky Dale Crawford and Selena Ann Taylor, same address, were both charged with possession of meth and possession of Suboxone after 2 grams of meth and 3 pieces of an orange tablet believed to be Suboxone were allegedly found in their bedroom. Among the agencies that participated in the investigation were the HCSO Churchill Police Department, 3rd Judicial District Drug Task Force, the Sullivan County Sheriff Office K-9 Unit, and the Federal Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms. All 4 were being held in the Hawkins County Jail with no bond set pending arraignment scheduled for Monday in Sessions Court.
And then think about this: when then Don goes to jail for DUI, right? Then we see Frank Hill go to jail because I believe that
He was
Don's-
an informant.
started telling on
He
people.
was snitching.
I think he might have been doing a little talking. And he says even tonight that they kept calling the police and reporting stuff that was going on at Fred Hill's house.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Which is wild that he was
yeah,
up
and
this-
I swear, I just had a feeling they knew what we was going to say, and he tried to get
step in
ahead
front
of it. He
That's
tried to
exactly
step in
that's
front of it.
That's why you know that you're getting the right story somewhere when they try to start fumbling along and
Yeah,
making
what?
the
Why
story.
would he bring up meth heads, knowing we were going to be up here talking about meth heads tonight? We didn't put that in the title of the video, right? But they knew this video because we scheduled this video. What about 2:00 today?
Yep.
So this video has been sitting up all day. And then it's just awful funny that Don makes an appearance today, and the first thing they're talking about is, oh, I don't think a meth head would. They know what happened to this child, and they've
They
been
do.
known what happened to
do.
this child, and they're not. They may not be directly responsible, but they
They
know.
participate in the activities these people participate in.
Yes.
They can't just
Now listen, I don't know if Don was an equal opportunity druggist, right? We do know he dabbled in under his own admission.
He says he did coke and crack,
Crack.
and everything under the sun.
And that
like
he's
he
been in
literally-
places where they sell kids
right?
and stuff like that. And it's
I want to know who in chat has been somewhere where they sell children. Because I've never, when he said that out of his own mouth, I was literally jaw to the ground, like, what?
So some of their associates have grabbed Summer Wells, and I mean, it makes sense. It makes more sense than what we're being told. In 2013, 33 people were arrested in Hawkins County from Beach Creek. James Light was the kingpin on the creek. He lived a couple miles from Ben Hill.
See?
I mean, there's a lot. So people think, well, oh, it's the country, it's hillbillies. Listen,
But they're
hillbillies.
bored. They need something to keep their mind
Hillbillies can
off
be a
things.
part of organized
Yeah,
crime
they
too.
can.
And don't think hillbillies are as stupid as you think they are, because they absolutely not. And I don't know. What is your take on it? What is your take on it? That it is somebody they're associated with?
It would make everything else make sense. I always wanted to know, why is it that they can get sloppy? Remember when Candace called me at 1:00 in the morning? She was so wasted, and I was like, "So what happened, Candace? What?" And she just, they took Summer, so she's still able to say confidently that somebody took Summer.
And it's always they,
Yes,
like a group of people,
yes,
a group, right? Like a group of people just happen to be walking through Ben Hill area and take the kid. Like I said, anybody can go to Ben Hill right now. You can drive right out to Ben Hill Road
you
right
get
now,
lost.
and don't use your GPS
It won't
and
work.
see if you can find their house.
It won't work. The GPS won't work.
It'll work sometimes.
If you
It
have
worked
regular self signal from freaking any other state, it won't work.
It worked on the GPS and the rental
Not
car.
once you got to the
The
actual
first time I
road.
went there, because I didn't know where it was at. The first time I went, I
Two
used
times
the
we went, you did.
GPS on the rental car and it worked. So, if anything, cell phone service out there is spotty. And at nighttime, it's pitch black. You can't even see your hand in front of your
can't.
face, right?
There's no such
You know,
thing.
and
as
we
street
sat
lights.
there with Don and Candace, and like I said, Candace is upset about something. She's sad, right?
The air is heavy.
You can tell she's truly upset about something. What? That's because a lot of people believe that Don and Candace did something to the baby. See, my first thought was this. My first instinct was that baby died in that car and they covered it up. Okay. Just like a lot of people, dry drowning, heat stroke, something. But then when we think about it, that I just knew, I had this big feeling the whole time during the Chris McDonough interview. If you go back and watch it
With Allie.
Allie, pay close attention, right? She's on the phone the whole time. And I think she's reporting back to Candace Wells. And the whole we're fighting thing was the distance themselves because of Summer missing.
Right.
And Hunter possibly having some knowledge of
Right.
that, right? But who was it? What was the guy's name? Jose? Was
Yeah,
it
Jose.
Jose? Remember, Jose came out and said that Hunter lost his virginity to Candace, right? And they were sleeping together, and you know that he would cut the grass, and then he ended up dying in a homeless encampment. Jose did. So Jose has passed away. Rest in peace to Jose. But he was telling us even then that Hunter was sleeping with Candace.
Yeah.
And how close that
I've heard Andrew talk about it, and Andrew kind of seems like he knows too.
I think Jose was sleeping with Candace and Allie. I think they were sharing dudes. They were getting their freak on the week, right? And it sounds right. It sounds like that, but listen, I've heard worse things on Jerry Springer. Okay,
Right.
it's like a Jerry Springer show. He was messing with Allie, and I don't know if y'all seen Allie. Okay, like oh, God.
She's gone. Let's not talk about it.
I'm just saying she wasn't the most attractive woman in the world, and I don't know if y'all seen Candace Wells. She's alive. I can say that, right? And I mean, unless you,
Be nice.
I touched a mullet. Okay, I had superpowers for a couple weeks, right? I had a couple weeks, but I'm thinking there's exactly what this caller was on to something. And this is behind drugs, and somebody has came up and grabbed Summer Wells.
I mean, why else would Candace freak out when you mentioned the mafia or whatever? Like, that never made sense to me. Like, you're getting asked questions like, what if you did it? And
because she's heard things about them, and she's heard things about this group, and she might not know if
she
this
knows
group.
who these people are. Do you really think she didn't get stuff from these people herself? I'm
Absolutely.
sorry.
If you listen, if you hanging out with, it's just like saying if you lie in a bed with dogs, you're going to get fleas.
Every time.
Okay. And they were laying in the bed with dogs and they got fleas. And them fleas, one of them fleas then came back and grabbed that kid for some reason or whatsoever. And we had somebody in the chat saying the lady told her that Summer wouldn't come to nobody but her. And she believes that woman, may have lured her off the hill.
She said Marlena told her.
Mm-hmm. So,
well, Marlena at one point was out here looking for birth certificates for a 5-year-old. So I don't understand like where and how and what and why. Like, how are these people still not caught is what I want to know. Because, I mean, I'm not saying what we're saying is exactly it, but there's clearly underlying clues to what actually is it. And, if you just go in one direction.
I think we can pretty much say that Summer Wells didn't walk away from that house.
No, absolutely not.
Okay. And I think we can pretty closely say over our years of investigating that nobody walked up to that house that didn't know that house was there.
Absolutely not.
So whoever was there knew who lived there. They knew that house was there and they knew there was going to be a small child there.
Yeah.
And it makes sense because the time frame's all the same. Now, as far as like Hunter's dead, I don't think, he's that weirdo. I don't even think he's smart enough to kidnap a kid. Okay.
Yeah.
I bet you if you asked him, Panda, what the hell's his name? Andrew. If you asked him to spell his name, I doubt he could honestly spell his name. Okay. I don't really think he had nothing to do with it. I think he's used this to his benefit to try to build a YouTube channel, make money, things like that. Right. But I don't really think he had nothing to do with it. And if this happened while Hunter wasn't there, then maybe Hunter don't actually know what happened to this. But here's the thing. When Summer goes missing, who does Candace call when she gets back? She calls Hunter.
Yeah.
But why would she call Hunter? Now, all the people in the world to say Summer's missing, why does she call Hunter?
Because she was just with Hunter to take him home.
Because she was just with Hunter to take him home. And
so
when she got back
and realized that Summer was gone.
Summer was gone. That's right.
Went to call Hunter because she was just with Hunter.
So if the lady that called in, cuz Helena, thank you so much, is right about that. And she's right about the drug ring. She's right about who tipped off the police. What makes you think she ain't right about somebody came up there and grabbed Summer?
And it would make a lot of the other stuff line up. That's the thing that...
And who they're getting their drugs from.
Right.
Because she said they didn't want to do it. The top man wanted it done.
Right. Because there's always somebody in charge of everything. And so if you've got people underneath you that are getting, ratted on, you want to take out the rat. You're going to go for the snitch.
You're going to go, you're going to handle, especially when you know somebody's talking or telling. And it's just think this, if you get bad information and you think they're talking and it ain't them talking, they got the wrong person or the wrong people.
Untake somebody. Like
you can't just pull back up and say, oh, my bad, we kidnapped your kid. Here you go. Right now you got to get rid of this kid. And everybody involved in that now is conspiracy to murder.
Yeah.
Right now you're talking, instead of 10 years in prison for meth, you're talking the rest of your life in prison. So that's the reason why I would think a lot of these people wouldn't talk. Anything else you want to add to that?
I saw something in the chat and wanted to respond to it, but now I can't find it. It's just wow. I have so many different things that I pulled up.
And then you notice that if there was no threat of anything, why Grandis leave?
Right. She's completely gone.
She got out of there. Like there was a threat or something bad might happen. Why'd she leave so quickly? Right? She's like,
took her whole trailer.
Took the trailer and everything, ain't been back. Never went back. So what reason would she have to be scared to flee like that? It ain't because she did anything to Summer. Was she scared somebody might do something to her?
Or come back to the property.
Like if you're willing to kidnap a kid, hurt a kid, and we don't really know if it's who owed who what, right? We don't know that part. We just
Yeah.
know there's a lot of drugs involved in those hollers. And to think you got all these drugs going around, all these people on the hill that are involved in drugs, and to think Summer didn't go missing behind drugs, I started to think, that might. I had to even second guess the things I was thinking because I thought it was just a tragic accident they covered up. Then I was thinking, oh Lord, no. Because a lot of people have been hitting me up about this phone call because I guess it resurfaced. And like I said, when I first took the call, I was just joking around. I didn't even know if the girl was serious. So, but as we started to fact check into what she was saying, it made a lot more sense now that we know 4 years later what we know. It made way more sense. And just to see the people's actions today made me think, how did they know
Right.
what we was going to say? Because this is what is probably happened, and they trying to get out in front of it. And
But see,
I
that's the
think it was
part that I
bad
don't
timing because
understand.
now you just got to look at what he said. Then you're going to be like, well, how the hell? Because
Right.
he said this before we came up here, right? With our story. I
He
mean,
did.
it's bizarre. It is bizarre. And if it's just a coincidence, I
I
don't
don't-
believe in
I don't either.
coincidences. I do not believe in coincidences, right? Because they came in just knowing that we were going to be talking about meth heads tonight. They just did. I don't know how they knew what we was going to be talking about. We haven't discussed it with anybody, right?
Phoebe, that's who had Dawn. And don't mention that person anymore, please.
Yeah, that dude is total loser, right? It's
But yeah, they were
what it is, two drug addicts talking to each other, right? It's
Yeah.
basically what it is.
two prison buddies.
Two prison buddies.
But yeah, that's where Dawn is probably now still.
No, he had got off.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Discussing the meth dealers.
Discussing meth dealers and trying to be like, oh, it ain't meth dealers, it's the DCS. Yeah, they're just out here kidnapping kids, right? That you ain't taking care of, right?
Right.
So I mean, listen, if they wanted to take Summer, they would have took them the day that Summer they went there.
Right, the day before.
The day
supposedly they went
before.
there, yeah.
Yeah, the day before, allegedly, DCSC was there. And here's the thing is, the boys, look at the boys. They took the boys, the Wells. They didn't do nothing to try to get their boys back.
They were trying to fix their house. Remember when we went there? That was some of the stipulations they had. They had to fix the house up, and you were trying to help him and said you'd come help with the house.
Yeah,
and,
but they didn't. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't force a horse to drink it, right?
Well, honestly, the friend that Candace had that I had spoken with a handful of times, she told me that while Candace was there, the boys would get to call and they'd talk to Candace, and she heard one of the boys specifically say that he was not coming back. He didn't want to come back. And so,
Would you?
No, I wouldn't.
I mean, them kids didn't have a normal life. Their parents were drunk and smoking crack. They were eating frozen pizzas.
I know, but
I mean, as a
I don't
kid,
know why I started to say
kids
that.
ain't stupid.
No,
Kids
well,
ain't
of
stupid.
course
They
not.
know what's going down. They know why there ain't no food in the refrigerator. They know why they're eating bologna sandwiches. They're like that. And you know, the thing about this is Don Wells made good money. Okay. He shouldn't have been living in a shack at the amount of money he made. He could go rent a house nicer than the house we live in.
Yeah.
You know, but yet he chose that life for his kids. And then when the kids were gone, he didn't do anything to better himself. Right? You can say I'm fighting for my kids, and then you can blame it on everybody else. But in life, you have to take responsibility for yourself, right?
And do actions.
If your house
better.
would have been clean, your yard would have been clean, you wouldn't have been fighting with the social services. And, you know, they used in the beginning, they took the boys because the environment safety that somebody may come back and steal the boys.
No.
Right? You remember that, though? That's what they said.
Remember.
The boys went into foster care for their safety because there was an outside threat. What was that outside threat? Was that people that were involved in organized crime? Okay, because I don't care what you say, this type of level of drug dealing is organized crime. Okay, like I said, one more person, they would have fell under a federal RICO Act.
Dr. Latina said, so if Summer was kidnapped by drug dealers from VA, where is she now? Trafficked?
Gone.
Gone.
No longer with us. Don knows that. He said that. I stood on the hill. I stood on the hill with him when he was telling me she was in heaven. In person. Standing right there with him. He's like, Summer's gone.
He's accepted it.
He's accepted it now.
Candace not
Now
so
he's
much.
saying different things because of, I don't know what they were trying to do. I don't know what the mission was tonight.
I think they just wanted to step
But
in
you
front
ain't
of it.
you ain't been online in so
Yeah,
long.
I know it's been a long time.
right?
I haven't seen.
And
Donna
then we
around.
set up a stream, and
then
then
suddenly,
you
poof.
poof, here you are, and you're talking exactly about what we're going to talk about.
Yeah,
Because they know that the truth is going to eventually get out,
yeah.
right? And maybe they're scared of these people in the backlash.
I think they are because I mean, rewind and watch Candace on that show, and the second somebody brings up the mafia,
yeah, I mean,
to me, she looks terrified, and just loses her ever loving mind. Like, please explain to me in what world that would be like. A justifiable situation.
Nothing else bothered her, but when they said something about organized crime, cornbread mafia,
She
she
freaks
freaks out. Right on Dr. Phil. And they both passed lie detector tests. But see, they maybe asked them questions. Did you do it? No, I didn't. And you would pass that.
Same thing with the whole, well, they've said from day one, somebody took Summer. Technically, somebody took Summer.
Yes.
So you're technically saying the truth. You're just omitting pieces of why they would have gotten that she would have gotten taken.
Yeah. And it's because they were involved with this lady that was involved with a drug ring.
Right. And I think they were also involved. I think they were also involved with that. But
I mean,
that's my personal opinion.
I would think so too. If you leaving and spending $4,000 a night or thousands of dollars a night laid up in hotels with prostitutes and smoking crack, I don't look at you as you the best person on the planet.
I think they're terrified.
And maybe it's they're scared of that.
They
And
said some dude was stalking those kids that week. I mean, see, every time that these people talk, that's why I always loved it.
well,
when
Don
they
just
come up
said
and
tonight that he don't know if there was anybody on the hill because some people accused Andy of being on the hill, and then they said it. Andy was actually in the chat, and he was saying, "Was it me, Don, on the hill?" And Don said he didn't know if there was any person on the hill. So,
see, I believe both of those people know of what went down in that time frame on that property because Andy was around. He knows that all them people around are druggies and in a drug ring, allegedly.
yeah.
So, I mean,
and now you see Andy. I met Andy in Tennessee. Remember, he rolled up on us, and him and Ryan Feinstein, they seem sober. They seem like decent dudes, right? I mean, that day, I don't know what he does every day.
yeah.
But that day he appeared sober. He was polite. He was nice to me, right? And then you see Jody Sue Brown, and you're thinking, "Damn, dude, why was you ever with that woman? It's fucking nutty, right?" Like, good Lord, I couldn't see them two together after holding a conversation with Andy. I was like, and then you listen to Jody Sue, it's like, wow, bro, that's a weird one.
That's who was protecting.
And then you got all them people in the holler pointing the fingers at each other. But really, and Don's allowing it. And Candace is allowing these people, innocent people that don't have nothing to do with this. Jody Sue Brown don't got nothing to do with it. Andy ain't got nothing to do with it. Fred Hill.
Fred Hill got caught up when Don
told on
most
him.
likely snitched on him.
Yeah, he told on
so
Fred
they all
Hill.
are involved in it some type of way, whether or not they partake in the activities or whether they just know each other. They're all somehow, it's not a coincidence. They just all happen to just be in the story.
Yeah, and anybody that's hanging out with them are either probably going to be drinking and drugging, right? And I guarantee that's what Allie had in common with Candace. They used to sit around and drink together. So, and you see that they're, like I said, they're generally upset. Like when
That detective said, I forgot their names. Couple had YouTube channel for a while. He and his wife up there all the time. He got back into drugs. Cam and Allie.
Oh, Cam and Allie. Oh my God. Listen. So how many people, I guarantee some of these people out here watching now are the same people that were talking bad about me when I said that Cam and Allie were drug addicts, right? I said, don't trust any of these people on the hill. You notice the only people they really associate with closely are drug addicts. Every last single person. Every last single person that they're involved heavily with a drug. You go to your Benny Keys, to your
Candace didn't leave Don. Come on.
No, they're together. They're together. Don and Candace is. I give you this. They're ride or die together, right? They're dysfunctional as shit, but they love each other.
I think they're stuck with each other. It's convenience.
I don't know what it is, but they love each other. I will say that. I've sat there with them. They are dysfunctional. What we see up here on the internet, totally dysfunctional as hell. But they love each other. They could be hammered drunk. They ain't told on each other yet. There's no way you can get that drunk and not spill the beans.
How do you tell on each other though when you're also in the net? Like I don't think they can tell on each other. I think they're both equally responsible for participating in this.
I think what it is they're a bigger part in this than they're saying. They're involved with this lady and her family and her brother and these other people.
Yes.
And now that it's, they know. Right. And they were accusing her in the beginning too.
Yeah, I know.
So they were accusing her at one point too.
That was one of the fingers that Don pointed at.
Yeah. And because they know they know a stranger didn't do it. Dr. Tina, I believe they owed a lot of money to some folks. I mean, I don't know the exact circumstances, but I just know this.
What was the purpose of kidnapping a little girl for retaliation? Somebody snitched on
somebody told and busted the drug ring.
That's what this individual caller that called in suggested. It makes a lot of sense just with everything else to me.
I know a police officer when I was working construction. We were rebuilding his house. He had busted a drug ring. Okay. He was an undercover informant for the city I live in, but he lived in 2 cities over in Suffolk because you can't be he has to live in a different city than he can be undercover in. And he had busted this drug ring. And what they did was they found out where he lived in Suffolk. They went to his house with a drill gun. Okay. And they bolted his windows shut on his house and has drilled his front door shut and then set the house on fire with him and his kids in the house. Right. So he starts shooting out the window and they scatter. And then he has to throw he has 2 twin 7-year-olds and his wife. And they're in the upstairs because it's like one of those 1.5 story houses where you can go upstairs and there's 2 bedrooms upstairs, but it's like not a too tall 2-story house, but a short 2-story. I don't know what they call them houses, but he ends up busting the window out the 2nd floor and his wife jumps out and then he drops the kids out the window to his wife while he's holding a gun in one hand, making sure nobody runs up and shoots his wife and kids. But, and then he told me, because we were there repairing the house after it burnt down, that 3 days later, they ran up in the house of the people, raided the house, and shot one of the dudes and killed him. Dang. Right? But they came to his house, and he was a police officer and tried to kill him and his family in the house. So, don't think people will not do some crazy stuff in retaliation. You're talking... When you're dealing with these types of money, and it's either you, because when you get a lot of times, here's the problem, and we've seen this in the Austin Drummond case. They lost some drugs, and what happened? The dude murdered the whole family, right?
I mean, we don't know that.
Well, that's
the informant got caught up and now is in jail.
Yeah, so you go messing with some drug rings. You go messing with some drug rings if you're want.
Bound to get hemmed up somewhere.
And don't lose their money, because if you lose their money, you're responsible for it. So I don't know. We're looking at this right now like this is a retaliation for some drugs.
That just is the
or
only
some people
way
being mad.
It makes sense because that way, you can get drunk as can be and just still have the same story. Because, when you're that drunk, you always people tell the truth when they're drunk. So, you expect something to come out if you're around one of these people and they're wasted and they're still sticking to the whole.
There has been some truth that came out. They took the kids and never brought them back.
Yeah.
Right? Would a kidnapper bring your kid back?
Right.
Right? So that's somebody you knew took the kid and bring him back. He's like I said, he said he tried to write him on Facebook. How do you write a person you don't know who it is, right? And then he wrote the letter from jail saying how they destroyed their life and he would never find a job and nobody will hire Candace. The liquor store should hire Candace, right? Listen, when I went to Hawkins County and I started talking to the locals, because that's what I do when I go to these places. I'll go find a watering hole. I'll go where the locals are at. Now let's just start talking to her because Dolly can talk to anybody.
See, TWY said, I know a family that was eliminated for a lost badge.
See, that's just what I was trying to point out. And everybody in the town right there, they knew Candace. They
Sat in front of the liquor store.
yeah,
all
they
day.
said, you want to meet Candace, sit in front of the liquor store. She'll be here. Right. And so to be like Candace can't get a job, I don't know if you ever really been around Candace, but I don't think it has anything to do with
I don't
Summer
think so
Wells.
either.
I think it has to do with she is like a sixth grader. Okay. I mean, she is literally like talking to a small child. I hate, not even trying to be mean to Candace because I
No,
think
it's not mean. It's just
her
what it is.
her level of I don't know how she burnt her brain up. Okay.
Something.
It may be the drinking, she's had
Combination of all of it, probably.
drugs, drinking, pills, and stuff like that. I don't know if she's trapped in a teenager, like she's
I mean, there's a lot
40,
of stuff there.
she's
There's
40,
issues.
looks 60, but
She's my age.
she's 40, looks 60, and acts like a 10-year-old.
Yeah.
Right? Like it I guess that's why she thought it was okay to sleep with a kid, because she's like trapped as a 16-year-old. That's why she had so much in common with Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
Because they were both 16-year-olds.
Yeah, they both like playing outside.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And so I mean, here's the thing is you got
Don't say R here. Someone typed out RETARDED.
Oh.
Just don't do that.
Well,
I mean, I get it.
it's statutory.
No, not RAPE. The other R word.
Oh.
When somebody's slow.
Oh, yeah,
A lot of people
don't
get upset over that.
Yeah, don't.
But they were saying Candace is mildly that, and I mean, I think
no.
I mean, slow, a little bit slow. I
She's
think
slow.
He's right. That's
She's
what they're
enti-
saying.
But far as being mentally ill,
No.
not at all. I've sat with Candace, talked with Candace. No, she's not. She's not that.
And Sarah had said she thinks something similar to this happened to Jack and Lily.
That somebody snatched her over some debt,
Mm-hmm.
being involved with the wrong people. I would say let's just throw the debt out. Being involved with the wrong people got Summer Wells snatched.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Okay. I mean, I think that would be the best way to say it. Association got you. Listen, you start hanging out with bad people, bad things happen. And we all know this. They were hanging out with bad people. They were having bad people around their kids, and that didn't add up. And then to sit here and see Don Wells blame why didn't he buy his kid? Right? Because his kid's up for sale.
Yeah, I know.
Josie's up for sale. I seen the video.
I felt like that was I didn't like that at all.
I didn't like it either.
I didn't
like
know
it
they
either.
do that when a kid's up for adoption. They have the kid
I
do
thought-
a video like it's some kind of puppy at the store.
Yeah, I
or
thought Sarah
something.
McLaughlin was going to come out singing "Eyes
I did
in the
not like that.
Eyes of an Angel," and he's going to
Especially in
be
this
Josie's
case
going to be
is-
shaking like this.
This case is so high profile to us. Like I feel like they shouldn't have. Like they literally put the kid
And he
out
seemed
there
like
that.
such a good kid.
He does.
Right?
He's a good kid. I'm
Well,
sure
he's been
a good
away
kid.
from that bad environment for years now.
Yeah.
Right? For the last 4 years, he's been away from that.
It
And
was it made me sad.
whoever he has been living with had been taking good care of him.
Yeah, but I think his brothers got adopted.
Yeah.
And so that makes
he
me
didn't.
sad that he didn't.
Yeah, and he didn't. They broke him up because he's older, and ain't many people want an older child, especially that have trauma like that. Because Josie's going to need counseling
Oh, I'm
for
sorry.
the rest of his life, right? He's going to need a special family, right? Not just any family. He needs the perfect family. He needs a family that.
Dr. Latina, they had him doing, if you go on the site, I guess there's an adoption site for Tennessee or something. He does a whole little video montage of like reasons to adopt Josie. It's like,
Yeah, and what
I
type of
hate-
family he's looking for. I've never seen nothing
Me
like that.
neither.
I was taken back by it. I was like, you got to be kidding me. This is like a puppy auction.
That's what
Right,
I said. Like
they're making a montage of why you should adopt this kid. I ain't never seen nothing like it. Listen, I pray to God that something good happens with Josie and the right people out there take good care of them.
I mean, we don't know. He could have gotten adopted by now, but
He could have. And here's the bad thing. A lot of times kids like that, when they're that age, he'll get to be 18 and then he can make his own decisions. Does he go back around his parents?
he's made it very clear he didn't want to go back to his parents.
Yeah, but it's something about, that it's hard not to look, even if your family's bad and you come
It's
from
still your
horrible
family,
people, it's still
yeah.
your family. And then when he gets out there on his own and he's struggling, because life is a struggle, right?
It is.
Does he fall back on the only people he really has? And
What
that's Don
happened
and
to
Candace
Robin? I
Wells?
thought Robin was going to adopt the boys, or I thought somebody like.
Oh,
some-
that would have been good. Robin, but she's cult leader happy. Like I've never
yeah.
seen a happy such
But I
a
mean,
happy
at least
lady.
he would have went somewhere, and he didn't have to be on this app. Like, I just hated that video. I hated
She's
that
so
video.
cultish. She's probably right now in Chicago singing Kumbaya.
Stop it.
I'm just saying. Like anybody that watched my video in Chicago in that church the other day, Robin is like that. Like I was out there and she seems so pleasant though. She seems like
She's
a pleasant
one of those
lady.
extra cheery people. Like, she never gets mad.
She was at the
nothing.
horse ponds when I was out there because she had took a reef off the tree and people were making a big deal about her taking that reef off the tree, but she said she was saving it because the floods were coming in.
Oh, Lord.
It did flood too because I moved all
Oh.
the stuff, but she took the reef and then everybody was like, put the reef back. And they made a big deal about it online. So while I was out there, she came out there and she was just a happy, pleasant woman, just all smiles. And I was thinking, I don't know why anybody's that happy. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I'm like, you just look happy as hell. But I mean, that's why Summer liked her because she seemed like a pleasant, happy woman. And kids are going to be drawn to good people especially
for
when they're
sure.
around bad people. You can tell when somebody's good, and kids have good instincts.
Yeah, they do.
It's how they say animals know when you're bad or good, and
Kids do too.
kids do too, usually. And yeah, like wouldn't you rather be around somebody that's happy than somebody that's drunk and God, right? So I just think that Summer was I don't know, but right now it don't. Like I said, it didn't look good for Josie, right? Because the younger boys are gone. They probably got a good family, good home, and he's sitting right now in the care of.
I hated that video. I hated that.
Yes. Did anybody else see that video with Josie?
A lot
Because
of people saw the video. I see people talking about it.
it was horrible for me to watch. Right? It was
It
horrible
just
for
made
me
me
to
so
watch.
sad because I knew his brothers had gotten it. They had already told us that the brothers got adopted. I thought they all got adopted.
And look, Don, they gave Don Wells and them so many chances to do things right and try to get those boys back, and they didn't.
I don't think they could have. I don't think they were given the chance. Honestly, I think maybe in the beginning or maybe they were told they could have a chance, but I don't think they were ever going to get those boys back because I think low key they were being investigated for negligence. And
I don't
abuse.
think social, and people may disagree with me on this. I don't think Social Service is out just to destroy homes because it's so much work to try to get kids adopted that a lot of kids don't get adopted. They go through the system and they end up from foster home to foster home and then out on their own. Matter of fact, look at Elevated True Podcast. Remember, he called in and said the same thing that he went through he got taken from his parents. He ended up going through the foster care system from one foster home to another foster home to abuse and then to put out.
I would have completely agreed with you until I was following the case in Bakersfield, California with the West Boys. And their mom had the first little boy taken. Wait, let me finish. The first boy was taken because she was at work and her boyfriend at the time was watching the baby and he had a broken femur. And so they took the baby instantly. Then they didn't really give her much of a chance to straighten out like she should have. She had another baby. They instantly took that baby from the hospital, which is why there's so many different rules in so many different states.
That's a situation where
had the same
that's a situation where they took a child from bad parents and put them in the hands of worse people.
Well, no,
but
listen,
the kids
bad
were in
parents,
danger.
though, I mean, from an accident that the boyfriend, you didn't even give the mom a chance to get the boyfriend out of there and refix whatever's issue there. The second baby never even got to go in that home, and then they just sold the kids to these other people like they're some kind of like puppy again.
Well, I
like,
mean, I guess it varies from state to state, from
It
case to
does.
case, because you look at the situation of where people called on Harmony Montgomery. They sent out social services. The social
They did
service
nothing.
dude did nothing, didn't even get out the car.
he took Adam's word on why the baby had a black eye.
Didn't even talk to the baby, didn't even look at the kid, didn't try to separate the kid from the parent, nothing. Didn't even get out the car. Now he's a mailman, right? But I guess that's a case by case thing. And social services came out there and told them, hey, take care of your kids, you know? And then the next day you have a kid that's gone. So what were they supposed to do with the boys? Right?
Just leave them there, you know.
Think about the condition Don and Candace Wells were in raising them boys. Smoking crack, drinking a fifth of liquor a day. How the hell do you take care of kids in that condition?
I mean, we
There's
saw
no
in
kid-
Chris McDonald's video what the house
There's
looked
no
like.
kids on this planet that deserve to be in a situation like that. None, right? Them kids needed to be up out of there. That's as simple as that. Now, if
Technically, so when Don says it's for their protection, I mean, technically it was. They're protecting
they
from
can't get
you.
off drugs or leave alcohol long enough to get their kids back,
Right.
right? Look, I can say this. Listen, not even quit for a little bit, like fake it till you make it type of stuff, right? Why couldn't they have just quit long enough to get the boys back and then went back to their old ways? They couldn't even quit for that long. And then he wouldn't go to parent counseling.
Right.
Remember, Candace would go.
Candace went. He went.
Yeah, he would not go. Right. So they gave you
He
opportunities.
claimed that he had to work and couldn't miss work, so he couldn't.
But then
go,
he also
yet then
claimed
claimed
he
his
didn't have a
was-
job. Right? Which
Make it
one
make
is
sense.
it? Which one is it? Do you not got a job? And listen, I can guarantee you this. My kid would be more important than me going hang a piece of drywall. So them boys.
Yeah, we went in the house.
Yeah, we went in the house.
It was cleaned up by then, but
Yeah, it was cleaned up. The downstairs was painted.
he still didn't fully finish it. I mean, what else you got to do at that point but clean, then fix up the
The
house?
only bad thing I really seen in the house that was terribly bad is one, how small that shower was.
The whole house is tiny.
Right. But you gotta remember he was taking showers with
I
Summer
don't want to talk
Wells,
about that.
and that shower is tiny. Okay, and I mean tiny. And then this
When
was
did you see the shower?
because I walked into the bathroom. The bathroom's in the kitchen. You go in the kitchen,
I
the
know the
bathroom's right there
bathroom's
to the left.
The bathroom with the showers in the kitchen?
Yeah.
Huh.
It's a little room off the kitchen. When you go into the front, right?
I think I went in the bathroom too. You're
when
right.
you go into the front, they have their living room as their living room bedroom. Remember, it had the beds in the side. That's where they were sleeping.
That's where they sleep?
Yes.
I mean, I didn't.
Yeah, that's that room we were in. That's their bedroom. That's where they sleep. That's where they were
It looks
sleeping
like
at the time.
it reminds me of like a camp that I've been to one year, like in the summer camp.
Yeah, like
It's got like the
bunk
food
beds.
table area and
Yeah.
the bunk beds in the same room.
Yeah, that's where they sleep.
And the guns on the wall.
And the guns on the wall. Yeah, they had the guns on the wall, which are BB guns. They're not like
yeah, 'cause
rifles.
they're not allowed to have real rifles.
You
but they're
go
allowed
in,
BB guns.
You go in. It's pretty empty. It was like, remember that table that was there? We
It
set
was
it with
just a table
Candace
and the bunk beds.
in the bunk beds, and then you go into the kitchen, and then when you go to the left in the kitchen, there's a
That's
little
the
small
bathroom.
room, which is the bathroom with a little tiny
I
shower, a
went
little
back there
toilet.
because that's where Candace got her crafting
When
stuff
you
and
break
gave
the
me that
corner,
amethyst.
there's a little like pantry area, and that was actually pretty nice. Like it was nice set up. It was looked like it had just been redone, re-drywalled, everything. And then you go into the kitchen. Now here's the kicker. Most people got their pipes running through the walls, right? But they don't. Their pipes run outside the walls, and Don didn't have them strapped up good. So they were hanging. Like you could walk up and there's a damn pipe hanging in the kitchen. I mean, like a noodle
Mhm.
ran to the sink, right? So you could get water. And and I was trying to tell Don, Don's in construction. I was like, Don, why don't you strap the pipes up? He's like, oh, it came down, blah, blah, blah. So I can't remember what he said. I was like, well, why don't you build a chase? Because since your pipes he said they froze in the wall. So he ran them on the outside of the wall. And I was like, well, why don't you just build a chase? Like a box, and you run the pipes through the box and then mount the box to the ceiling. So you don't got pipes hanging in. I mean, they're literally
You
running.
actually offered to come back to help him do that.
Yeah, because that was the really only bad thing because I walked through it like social services.
Did you go downstairs?
Yeah,
You walked down the weird steps.
the
and
steps are
went-
gone. They were gone. They wasn't there. There was no steps. Yeah. So I walked through the
How did
house
you
like
get down
social
there then?
services. I walked out the house, walked around to the back,
Oh,
went through the door that Summer Wells moved the couch and got out of.
That's another thing. Where's that mattress that was out there?
Where's
And
that couch? Because I asked Don about the couch, and he said, "Now there's some strange things, but
There is. There's
So-
strange things still within the story.
when I walked through the house, my first thought was, I'm going to walk through it like social services would. I'm going to inspect the house,
Mhm.
you know? And that was my thought. Like, what needs to be fixed? Why wouldn't they have the boys back? Is the house so bad they can't have the boys? So when I walked in, like I said, the kitchen had pipes that were hanging from the ceiling and like ran to the sink, and a hole drilled through the counter of the sink, and the pipes ran to the
Oh,
fix.
Lord. Did I not go in the kitchen? I don't remember that.
Yeah, it was a little jacked up.
Mm.
It's just laziness instead of him building it right, or he just don't know anything about plumbing whatsoever, you know, because he's a drywall guy. So, you know, he may
He
not.
didn't seem like he was stupid.
I mean, but you can be great and not be a plumber.
Right, but you can have a team that does your drywall and have the plumbers there installing the
I mean,
plumbing
usually
and-
you do drywall, you know, a plumber,
right.
right? So basically, I was telling him how to fix it. Like, this is what I would do so it looks good. So when social services walk in,
Mhm.
they don't be like, oh, well, this is a danger. You could literally hang your clothes on their water pipes in the kitchen. I was like, damn, that's a little wild, right? But other than that, the kitchen was clean. The bathroom was clean. The
Mhm.
pantry had some bags of clothes in it. But it was clean. The room they slept in was clean.
Mhm.
And the downstairs, which is the dungeon, right, had just been painted. It was clean. It was clean. It had a lift in there that you lift drywall up with hanging on the ceiling. I guess he uses it for when he hangs drywall. But and you know, it's concrete. It didn't have no flooring down. So basically, if you would have put some carpet down, built some decent steps that go up into the kitchen, because they had it covered up with a board when we went in there.
The house is so tiny.
It is
doesn't look
tiny.
like it's that small from the
Yeah,
outside.
it is absolutely tiny.
It's got to be under 1,000 feet. Square
But
feet.
here's my thing: if you would have fixed the pipes in the kitchen, carpeted the downstairs,
Where did all them kids sleep? Now that I think about it,
they were sleeping downstairs.
Thank you, Dr. Latina.
Or I think the boys were sleeping in the front room, and they were sleeping downstairs.
With Summer.
With Summer, yes, in the 2 rooms. There's 2 rooms downstairs, but they were in one side, and then I don't know what was in the other side, like a makeshift living room or something. I don't know. You had to look at Chris McDonough. And
I just walked in that house and felt like the air was. It literally felt like Candace had like the burden on her shoulders, and she was sitting there talking to me. So we just sat at that table. That's all I did. The whole
I
time we
noticed
were
a
there.
lot of stuff that he had done. He half-assed done. Like he hung the new wood on the outside of the house, but he never tie-backed it. So
Oh.
the wood it's going to rot, right? Because it has no water barrier to it. Like he knows some things about construction, but he don't know a lot about construction. I could tell that because when I was walking around the house, I was like, Don, man, why don't you do this and why don't you do that? Because, oh, well, you know, I ran out of money. Because you running out of money because you doing drugs, right? You
Mhm.
make good money. There's no reason in the
Right.
world that this man works in construction, makes good
There was
money,
nothing
and
there
his
to
house
justify
looks
that
like
he
that.
had no money, right?
Right? There's just no reason for this. There's
Like,
no
where's all
it-
your money
you
going to?
have to take responsibility for what is happening to you. I mean, you may not, you know, if what they're saying is true about Summer, maybe you ain't got to take responsibility for that, but everything else you got to. Like they gave up on them boys. They gave
Yeah.
up, right?
I
What-
mean, it's got to be heartbreaking as a mother. If my kid said she didn't want,
Well,
me-
Don Wells said they were killing them in court costs, and I can understand that. But you got to fight for your kids, right? You got to fight, like
right?
I mean, not just a
So
little
they stopped
fight. You got to
going to
go to
court?
war. He
Did he
just
really say that they were killing him in court? So he just stopped going?
yeah. He said court
Wow.
costs were eating him up, and
Wow,
he just gave up.
that's so disturbing.
Right? That is like
How much is your kid worth, Don? Really? Like, are you
it's unacceptable. It's unacceptable for a grown man right? Do you fight to the end? And I know Don and Candace is probably watching this right now. You fight to the end for your kids. Or you should be fighting for your kids right now. I would have never stopped fighting. And yeah, you could have made just a few sacrifices, and your life would have been so much different now. And this goes into leading a horse to water and can't force them to drink, right? They don't want to drink the water. They want to drink the booze.
780 square feet.
It's little.
I knew it.
It's little.
It's 780 square feet. How many boys did they have? 3 boys?
Well,
One girl?
boys can sleep together. That ain't a big deal, right?
Yeah, but
Here's the thing. If you can live in a box with your kids, if there's love and they're treated right, it don't matter where you live, right? The problem is that there wasn't no love. They were too busy drinking and doing drugs and fighting each other. Them kids were raising their damn selves in the country, and Summer's running around out there by herself barefoot, and they have to take responsibility. They won't. They blame everybody. Everybody. And listen, I get it. You can blame the people that kidnapped Summer Wells, right? But the rest of that's falling on y'all. You living in a shack, and you lived in a shack before Summer Wells went missing. Okay, that stuff is on you. You were making plenty of money. You were the boss man, right? I've seen people work at Mickey D's have a better living environment. So there's just no excuse for it. The not stopping the drinking, not stopping the drugs. I mean, it's the definition of insanity. You're doing the same thing over and over again, and you expect a different result. That is never going to happen. So, I mean, like I said, it took me a while because for the longest time, I've been believing this little girl died in that car.
somebody would have came out somehow.
Yeah, like cadaver dogs or something.
Yeah.
Now I'm leaning towards this all circles around drugs and being around the wrong people. And they would allow anybody on that hill. They didn't care who it was. Mm-hmm. They would, like Candace was going out picking up dudes like at the gas. I never could find that dude at the gas station that she hooked up with and was bringing up to the house. I waited at that gas station, asked around and everything. I sat up there for about 6 hours one day. Mm-hmm. I was thinking, okay, this dude hangs out at this gas station. I'm going to wait till I see a dude out here hanging out and go talk to him. But, you know, that was the thing that Candace was hooking up. Don would leave her. I mean, what do you expect to happen when you're off with prostitutes and smoking drugs and not coming home for days?
Underwears.
Right? And now you come home and Jose's cutting the grass. Right? That's dysfunctional. That is Jerry Springer shit. Okay? Like, it's beyond Jerry. They don't even got a show for the shit y'all got going on that hill. Right? They don't
like hillbilly Jerry.
Jerry Springer would have been like, yo, that's too bad for our show.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, Jerry Springer wouldn't even know what to do with that shit. Can you imagine Don and Candace Wells on Jerry Springer? How they made it to Dr. Phil. Dr. Phil handled it pretty professionally too. I just don't know.
Yeah, see, Miss Donna Clark is in Bakersville, I think. And she said, that's right. BioMom did all of the classes and the Kern County adopted them out, the West Boys. I'm telling you. So it's like there's certain states and areas that are very strict and then do things above and beyond to take kids. And then there's others that are like, no, you can have 8 children and have another one. Who cares? Like Candace literally had a bunch of kids that were already
that she
in
didn't
the system.
Watch. Look, think about this. All her kids she lost.
All of them, every single one of them, and there may be 7 or 8. We don't really.
Yeah, there's like 7 or 8 kids gone, and they lost all their kids and all their dogs. Right, and now got more dogs. They got
more dogs. Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't go get their kids back. They went and got more dogs. Priorities, right?
That's terrible.
You gotta like. They gave up. I understand sometimes the fight is hard, right? Especially when you're battling state.
Well, Dr. Latina said addiction is a powerful obstacle to providing a healthy home.
Yes,
so like
I agree with that.
Is the explanation, but there's so many people that are addicted that have dug themselves out of addiction just to provide the home.
Yeah,
when that situation.
I
arises.
use a prime example. There was a family in Georgia when I was in Savannah.
I was going to say that,
right? And I met them while I was out there, and they why the reason they were out there was. They lost their kids
to the system,
and they were upset about Leilani being able to have her kids, and they had social services had been called and they never took the kids. They got, and then Leilani killed her kids, and they were out there screaming, well, we didn't kill our kids. These people were former drug addicts. They cleaned up their life, had been sober for 2 years. They were going to every meeting, every group thing, right? We even bought their kids Christmas recently.
All of us did.
Right?
The whole-
All of us,
yeah.
right? And this is the family use as a prime example, is these people changed their life. They stopped doing drugs. They took all the parenting classes, and today they both got good jobs. They have all their kids, right? And their
Cleaned
kids
up
have
for their
autism.
kids.
So they're taking care of special needs children too.
Mhm.
So was it last Christmas?
No, it was the
Christmas
that.
before,
It might
yeah,
have even been the
because they
year
were
before.
just getting on their feet the year before last. So we went in and we bought all the boys stuff for autism and toys that go
Mhm.
with in educating autism kids with
We
autism.
got them Christmas, so there's like sweatpants. We got them.
Yeah, we got them. We got them a pretty good
Mhm.
Christmas, and thanks to a lot of the turtles out here, y'all donated on that. Usually we do a Christmas fund every year, which we need to start because we started in October.
We did last year. in
Last year.
October. Mhm.
So we could do that. So we'll probably be starting that back up soon, our Christmas fund. And that way we can help families, and at least a couple families. We helped 3 families last year. We helped 3 families the year before. For the last 3 years, we've done it,
Mhm.
right? For the last 3 years. And every year it's been growing just a little bit. Okay. So thank you guys that take part in that. That's
I had fun. You didn't even know all the stuff I participated
I
in.
mean, people were buying all kinds of stuff.
Well,
so
no, in the Facebook group for Dolly Vision, I had posted one thread that basically was like, drop your link to your Amazon.
We got
only
Brandy
if you
Neal.
need it. And then the people would drop their links and it would, have their kids' toys up there and whatever. And I went down one time and just hit all of the entire list and got and I mean,
And
it wasn't anything massive, just like
we got
little
all
stuff.
of Brandy Neal's Christmas for Buggy and stuff like that, and her couple of her teenage kids. But Brandy had been going through a lot, right? Far as the
And
liver
Brandy's a walking miracle now.
yes, the liver transplant, like just her child Michael Monkey Vaughn was kidnapped, and he was actually kidnapped. I mean, and by some monsters, and we know who did
Dr.
what.
Latino wants to know how we choose the families.
We have them send in an email and write us a letter, okay? And then
And just kind of randomly, whatever talks to me. I don't
Yeah.
think that there was like criteria.
there's no real, single mom. You gotta be a single mom.
Yeah, well, it's not that you have to be, but we do
Prefer
lean-
single mothers.
because if there's a male in the house, it should be easier to work. I would say.
Yeah, well, we still brought Brandy. There's some male.
I
in the
know
house
we
for
still
Brandy.
got that family that
That
you said.
family had a
it's
male
not
in the
a
house. Yeah.
requirement.
It's not a requirement,
It's
but
just
like usually I prefer struggling single women that need help, because I'm one of the people that think, well, if you're a man, get out there and grind.
that's
But
what I.
like I said, but some people are trying to catch up. I can understand it for a dude too, that you're struggling and going through hard times. So sometimes it can be guys, right? But when I first started, I was like, hey, the first year I was just wanted to help some single mothers,
Mhm.
right? I grew up in a family. My mom was a single mother, right? So I know how hard it is to deal with that, and I just wanted to do something nice to help. And since then, it's kind of grown each year. It's gotten a little bit bigger and a little bit bigger. So we hope to do some awesome stuff this year too. So hopefully you guys will take part in that. And usually what we do is we'll find a family, we'll get them to make a Christmas wish list off of Amazon, and then usually I go in and I buy the highest stuff.
And that always works so well for you.
I'll go in.
Because you'll go in live, and then people would have already hit the list, and then you're trying to buy it while everybody else is done
buying it. Yeah,
Everybody's
right?
Amazing here.
Yeah, so we go in and I'll buy the high ticket items, and then I'll allow all you guys to buy the smaller things, and that's usually how we do it. And we be wiping out people's lists like that, like boop boop boop, done, right? Like in a matter of like 30 minutes, everything they wanted for Christmas is done. So we're going to do something like that again this year to help families in need, and we did 3. Like it's been 3 all the time, but hopefully we could do 5. Let's
Mhm.
grow it a little
I'm
bit.
sure we can. Last year you didn't even know all the stuff that I did.
Yeah.
With your money.
Yeah, you were buying stuff off the people were posting stuff on our Facebook groups too.
It was just in that one link. I was trying to explain it, but you
So-
talked too much.
So we were all kind of like buying different things.
One little thing off of about probably 100 people's list.
List,
is what I
yeah, we
did.
were just buying, but
And then the other people had a chance to get stuff too. So like the people would post their list, and
Yeah.
then like if you have it, you can go down and just select one thing. But I mean, there's people that had lists that had $5, $10 items, so it's easy just to go down list and bam, bam, bam.
Yeah.
Everybody gets a $10 item, and you've done helped 10 people.
yeah, like we ain't buying PlayStation 5s and stuff like that.
And if you're really in need, you're gonna be visibly in need. Like I don't necessarily spy.
You want me
or
to tell you a great story though? Is we bought that teenager, he was a teenager, and we bought him the shoes and the sweatpants and the shirts. He had autism. And his mother, the next year, because she was struggling, the next year she donated to the cause. She said, look, thank you for helping my son last year. I'm back on my feet and I want to donate to what you're doing. And that touched my heart. I was like, see, that's when you give and it comes back around, because she wasn't struggling. So the next year she wanted to help a family.
That's how you're supposed to do it.
Yeah, that's good. And we like to see them families out there. If we help you, you're doing okay, to help a family. That's what we encourage you to do. Even if, let's just say everybody in the chat room right now, there's 1,820 people in here. If everybody just helped one family, you're talking 2,000 families get help. Well, some of you guys may need help, but I'm saying if you don't and you're blessed, bless somebody else. Bless somebody else. I know this is a little off topic, but y'all got me on that. So because I'm glad you mentioned it, because we do need to start that up if we're going to do what we're going to do this Christmas also, because we haven't said anything about it. And we started last year in October. So we would have time to raise funds so we could get some of the bigger ticket items on people's wish lists. Okay. So, and all of you guys make that possible, and we'll have more information as that rolls in.
Well, basically they can just send their email anytime. I mean, it's not like it's not going to.
What for submitting for the cause? I want me to tell them how to do it.
Go ahead.
Okay. So if you have a family member that's in need out there, right? Or friend. Now we can't pick everybody, right? So we can't promise you we'll pick them or anything like that. We only help a few people each year because we're not rich, right? So if you know somebody that's in need, we want it. I like to do things for struggling families or something special, where it's like, you help the right people. Send an email to, and you can rewind this if you need to, best soap in the game, right? That goes to PJ. That'll send it
only on Mondays.
Only on Mondays she checks them, right? But it goes to PJ. PJ proofread them, right? And then she'll be like, Dolly,
hey, look at this one.
Look at this one, right? So I don't see everyone, okay? PJ does. I see the ones that I give that's it, right? But she'll point them out to me like, listen to this story. And if it's, I got a little heart in there, a little tiny one. And if it touches that, if it touches my little tiny heart, them are the people that I help, right? And so that's how we pick it. But definitely tell us who you are, how the people are connected to you, what they're going through, the age of the kid, okay? And then definitely have an Amazon wish list ready for that child.
And make sure that it's set up correctly. If you need to get your friend, family, somebody to help you set it up, it needs to be set up, because a lot of times we'll get it and it's not set up to be public or to have it shipped to you directly. Like it's set up different to where it ships to us or whoever buys the item.
Yes, you need to set it up to where it's set up to where when we go on it and purchase things, it ships it to the person. So it don't ship it to us, right? It ain't no good to send a present to us. Then we got to ship it out again. So there's no reason for it to be shipped twice. So go in, fill out that wish list, tell us the story, right? What's going on with the family? Have an Amazon wish list for the child, okay? And if it's something like they need food or, let us know their
Yeah, because
situation.
Thanksgiving has come up. We usually do that.
We
too.
do buy somebody something for
We-
Thanksgiving
we
too, right?
bought the one single mom last year, the whole, like, I did a Walmart shopping. I asked her what her local Walmart, like the closest Walmart,
And we
got
sent it
the
from
address,
Walmart. Yeah.
and I sent a whole like turkey
Thanksgiving.
stuffing.
Yeah.
I love doing that.
Yeah. So if it's a situation where they're struggling on groceries or
yeah, we
food or
can
something like
arrange
that.
to be
Yeah,
cheaper,
because we
too.
can Walmart that, right?
Yeah, or
So-
Amazon, or now Amazon does day deliveries also.
Thank you, Lady for Justice. So
Thank you.
yeah, definitely let us know the situation. Send it to Best Soap in the Game. PJ gets it. If it passes her criteria, she'll show it to me, and then that's decide how we pick who it is. Okay. So we want to make sure that we at least help a family on Thanksgiving. And we definitely want to help some families at Christmas. All right.
Short Legs done give him your email.
Yeah, that's my email. I ain't gonna do you no good. I barely check it. I get a lot of spam mail on my email. So best way to do it is go through the proper channels.
Oh, the Best Soap is underneath here. Okay.
Like I told you, and we'll let you know more as this unfolds and how you guys can help out there too. All right. So final words on the Summer Well stuff? We've been here almost 2 hours.
I thought we were going to take a call or two.
Do you want to take some calls?
Yeah. Well, it's going to be delayed
Well,
in my
let's-
headset, but I
Let's
can hear it.
I got
not in my
another set of
headset.
headphones plugged in
Okay.
right there. What about let's show them a good way to help the channel?
Okay.
Bam. New Dolly shirts. Okay. We got the new Where's the Baby, right? We got the Dolly and PJ shirt. We got the bye PJ because everybody wants to say bye to you all the time, right? They forget they're on the phone with me, but they always say bye PJ. Nobody ever says bye Dolly. They're like, the hell with Dolly. Bye PJ. We got the Dolly Gotta Eat shirt, right? My catchphrase. And we got the Dolly It Wasn't Me shirt because Dolly gets blamed for a lot of things he didn't do.
Lord.
Okay. People just want to blame me for stuff. Right. Also, we got the hats, right? The Dolly Vision hats. Yeah, they make great Christmas
I need to
gifts,
make a hat.
right? Who wouldn't want those hats for Christmas, right? We got Turtle Island. We got the damn Mardi Gras hat. We got the pink and white hat, the white and black, the camo.
What does that make it a Mardi Gras hat?
Because it's purple with the sugar skulls.
That's Dia de los Muertos. That's nothing to do with Mardi Gras. I didn't
I
think.
thought Mardi Gras had to do with the Day of the Dead
Oh, okay.
and showing your titties.
Yeah.
I'm going this year. To 2026
Mm-hmm.
with a handful of beads. I'm gonna come up missing next. So is there anything else? Okay, you want to take calls?
Oh, you don't want to take a call? We don't have to.
I'll take some. I guess we could take a couple calls and let people touch in on this. All right. Did I just click on the right thing?
I don't know.
Oh my God. I don't think I did. Here we go. All right, let me open the phone lines. Let me put the phone line number on the screen real quick. Boom, right there. 75779. Running quick. This got to be a local. I mean, a regular. Dolly, PJ.
Right here, 75779.
Hello.
Hello.
Guess who it is?
Dr. Latina.
Yes.
Doctora Latina. I have to quickly educate you. Look, PJ looks irked that I called.
What?
I just want to quickly.
don't.
I don't know. You're not? Okay.
No.
Maybe. Okay. Listen, I just going to quickly educate you. This has been bothering me for a while. PJ is 100% correct. The Day of the Dead is the skulls, and that's the day after Halloween, when it's like All Souls Day, or like Halloween, then there's All Souls Day, it's a Catholic thing, where you remember the dead. And then right before Easter, Lent starts, you have Mardi Gras, where you have Fat Tuesday, where you show your titties or whatever it is that people want to do on that day. And then, as you like to say,
And show
that
your
has
titties,
nothing to-
Dave.
that has nothing to do with the skulls, my friend.
Okay, I just all tied it together.
Your hat is is the Day of the Dead hat. I've been wanting to tell you that for a long time.
Oh, the purple hat is the Day of the Dead hat.
Yes.
Correcto.
And
Correcto.
Tiffany says that it's the culture of procreation. She doesn't like it because it's associated with the Day of the Dead, and that's because she's part Mexican.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. My
Oh,
kid,
your daughter doesn't like that?
No,
she don't like the hat. She says it's misappropriation of culture.
Well, it's misappropriation if you're calling it Mardi Gras titty hat. Yeah, then you have misappropriated it. But anyway, the reason I really called though very, very quickly, I'm not interested in nominating a family.
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to figure out how is it that I've been your fan for like years and I never heard about this Christmas and Thanksgiving thing. Do I have to get you on? No. Do I have to put you on Facebook? Because I always think of putting people on like true crime on Facebook.
No, we do
it's
it up here
done.
live.
we did it on here live.
Yeah, we
year.
do
Never
it
heard
live
of it.
Here. Like what, the day
Maybe
before Christmas or a couple days before
No,
Christmas?
it's been last year. We did it before my sister got married, or that was the year before. It's been time flies, man. But we did it because remember I came in here and I had my hair curled, and you were doing the wish list of the
Yeah,
boys.
we be wearing Santa Claus hats and stuff. You ain't never seen that?
Something's wrong with me because I don't remember that.
Yeah, yeah. We do it every Christmas.
Okay. So then when do you start saying what do we do? You're going to have to don't break it down now, but for us older folk, I need to understand what do I send the money and you buy the stuff or what?
No, they put up their wish list.
Yeah.
Well, we share it because they give it
Well,
to
in the
us.
beginning, we raise money so we can buy the big gifts. And
I think I better read the raise money part because I'm not good with technology.
Yeah, we raise money and then we buy the big gifts, and then we allow the chat to buy other things in there. If somebody wants to buy something, they can go up on the list and buy it. And then when we wipe that list out, we move to the next one.
I see.
Mhm.
So that's how we do it. And we do
Thank you so much for informing me.
Yeah, and we do it live up here. So when it gets closer to the time, I'll be talking more about it.
Okie dokie. Well, thanks for taking my call. I have you guys on speed dial.
Yeah, I see. We didn't even have the number up yet. Thank you for calling.
No, I just have you under Dolly Vision because if I don't, then I literally have to call like 50 times before I get through.
Okay.
I have
Well,
you
that's
on
fine.
speed dial.
That's fine.
That's Dolly Vision.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Peace.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
It's kind of soothing voice. I like.
Make sure y'all buy my misappropriated hat. Okay.
I was trying to find one of the videos. I know they're up here still.
It keeps the lights on. Okay. It keeps like Motel 6. We'll leave the light on for you. We need to cut off the lights. All right. Let's open the phone line back up. Call in numbers on the screen. Dolly.
Dolly.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Hey, it's Lacey in Florida.
Hey, Lacey.
I was in the chat and I was saying if you find any families that need infant formula or like junior formula because they have like food allergies or whatever, please reach out to me.
Okay.
And I'll send it to them free of charge.
Okay. All right. We'll keep that in mind.
Just trying to help out the community.
Okay. Did you want to touch in on the Summer Wells stuff or you just want to call in?
Well, no, I was just calling in for that reason.
Oh, okay.
You know,
All right,
with
all right.
everything going down with like the government shutdown, the WIC clinics are closed.
Are
and
they?
those are the people that need like the food and everything
That's terrible.
the most.
Wow.
And so
You know what I noticed?
I know at least in Florida,
I noticed this the
there's
other day.
only 2 weeks of food left.
I noticed this the other day when we was in the store that all the baby formula is locked up. You can steal anything else you want to steal, but you cannot steal baby formula.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm thinking,
And
listen,
we have I literally sell the like best tasting formula and the one with the most nutrients
do you?
on the market.
Okay. I'm thinking
And
about
it's
starting
hard to
selling
find.
coffee. Anybody interested in buying some Dolly coffee?
Well, my company is actually the ones that makes International Delight.
Oh, y'all make coffee too?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So
Creamer?
I am
I'm
on
not
the
to put
medical
y'all out of
side,
business. I'm going
but
into the coffee business.
yeah, I mean, it's basically like Activia.
Uh-huh.
We have Oikos yogurt.
Oh, cool.
I don't get anything from that
Uh-huh.
or even a discount, but it's the company that makes that, but it's their medical side. So if you get anybody that literally is struggling and they need to have like their child fed,
Uh-huh. I'll have PJ remember that. My short term is bad. I think it's the medicine I take. All
but I
right.
just wanted to call in and tell you that because I came in late
Okay.
and all I was hearing was like, you know, how you guys are trying to help with like Toys for Tots and like, you know, sponsoring families. And
Yeah,
I
we
was
don't
like,
do the
well, I
Toys
can
for
do
Tots.
my part.
It's similar.
There's
though,
a
I
lot of
guess.
people up here that do Toys for Tots. We do it right here and just hook the families up right here. So we don't go out
Yeah.
and like drop it in a box or anything. We just get presents for our viewers that
And
are
they just
struggling.
directly go to your house.
Yeah, and they just go directly to the house. So we
So
do
if
it a
you
little
get any emails again for anybody that needs like help
okay.
as far as, you know, nutrition goes,
Yes, absolutely.
give me a call.
Okay. You be good. Stay safe.
All right.
Bye.
Thanks,
All right.
Ollie.
All right.
And
Bye.
PJ.
Bye.
Yeah, I've been talking to PJ about us putting out our own brand of coffee.
I like
because
coffee.
PJ likes coffee so much. Would you guys be interested in some Dolly coffee? Okay. I'm already got, my summer business is going to be Dolly Pops. Okay.
Mhm.
So I'm making popsicles and ice cream stuff. And I'm going to be selling locally at like farmers markets and stuff like that. And so I need another hustle. So I'm thinking coffee.
I like
Everybody
coffee.
drinks coffee. So Dolly coffee. First we're going to do just regular coffee, like a good blend. And then I'm thinking after that, maybe some decaf, for the you people that don't do caffeine. So I'm working on the packaging of it now. They'll come in like, food grade metal packaging with the logos and stuff on the outside of it. So I'm working on that now. And soon we'll be selling some coffee in the merch store along with Dolly soaps, lotions, body washes,
And coffee.
and coffee. Okay. It's almost like Dolly Walmart. Okay. You can get everything: shirts, hats, coffee, soap, lotions, body wash. Your one-stop shop.
Walmart.
Walmart. Yeah, there you go. Dolly.
Hey, Dolly
Hey.
and PJ.
Hey.
Hey, I was calling about help for Christmas.
Uh-huh. Everybody done forgot about the Summer
I
Wells
know.
story.
I was about to talk about summer.
Yeah, everybody's calling in about the Christmas stuff now. Go ahead, we ain't gonna cut you off.
I wish I could help with Summer. I would almost give my soul to find that baby.
I know. That's the reason I'm here. Got this channel right now. I started it talking about Summer Wells. I was talking about entertainment news on my other channel. And then I was like, I got sucked into the Summer Wells rabbit hole. And I've been in true crime for the last 4 years because of this little girl.
Summer's worth it, though.
Yeah.
It's worth every second that we put.
That's why we bring it up as much as we can to keep her name out there.
Yes, sir. But no, I was calling because, I struggle. I'm a grandmother and I've raised my granddaughter.
Mm-hmm.
She wasn't expected to live 24 hours and she's now 15.
Wow.
Yeah, she was born with HSV, which is herpes simplex virus type 2.
Is that deadly for a child?
It is. It's like from RAPE victim.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and but she's on a home ventilator. She has a trach. She's blind. She's non-mobile, non-verbal.
Oh wow.
Oh. Well, good job,
I know.
Mama.
Heck yeah.
I know.
Dang.
We've kicked ass a long time.
Uh-huh.
It's got me old and tired, but we still kicking it. But I was just calling because I've lost my job since then. I can't work. I lost my home, and
Wow, sorry to hear that. That's terrible.
I'm not calling
bad
for
news.
sympathy. Like, she is such a blessing, but I would like to just be able to like maybe get a little help for Christmas.
Okay.
Maybe a few positioning pillows or something, like the least little bit helps.
Well, the same thing. Just throw an email into that email that we said.
I missed the email. What is the email?
Best soap in the game. It's my
Best
business
soap
email is
in
what
the
it is.
game?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
All one word.
Okay.
Best soap in the game at Gmail.
gmail.com.
Yeah, and it's just
Yeah.
remind us, say, hey, I talked to you, and just give us a little bit about the circumstances to remind us. And
Okay.
and that's where we pick from.
Okay. Well, I am Boo Sheet in the chat. I'm Boo Sheet.
Uh-huh.
So
Okay.
that's me.
All right.
All right. Well, thanks, guys, and thanks for all y'all do. And keep
All right.
on keeping on this summer.
Keep up the good work with your granddaughter.
Always.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah, we know. Listen, there is a lot of people struggling out there in this world. It just is what it is. And you know, the thing about helping people is I've been in a bad situation, so I know how it feels to be for it to suck. Dolly.
Hey, Dolly, it's Sunshine and Shadows. Hi, PJ.
Hey, Sunshine.
I actually called to talk about summer.
Thank you.
She's like, thank you. Yeah, before you guys came live, something had come across my screen, and it was somebody I'd never heard of, so I don't know whether to believe what I was seeing, but they were supposedly have talked to that girl that lived out there on that property.
Mm-hmm.
The mother of Summer's best friend.
Marlena, yeah.
I'm guessing because on the interview they were going back over, she had called into their show or something. They only showed a little snippet of it. The rest of it was clickbait.
Uh-huh.
But she was saying that her and Summer's mom were pregnant at the same time. Summer's mom had told, they had been at the doctor together, and she was trying to get a late-term abortion at the time.
Who was?
And
Candace was?
I believe it. That's what the video said.
Uh-huh.
And I was wondering if you guys could look into finding out the truth about that.
I don't know how we find that out.
I don't think
everything else, the way that kid was treated, it makes sense that they never wanted her. And this girl said that she never wanted boys. Candace wanted girls. She wanted all boys. And that makes sense because that's why they cut her hair to look like a boy.
I think they cut her hair because she had lice.
I think so too.
Oh, I don't know because
they're not the most hygienic people out there.
I mean, they kept that kid looking like a boy, but
I think it was just easier. Because they had boys.
The
so
tracksuit she was wearing pink.
clothes
She was
and
wearing
boys.
pink and dresses. She was just barefoot and had lice.
probably shirts and stuff. Yeah, I did see that. But another thing this video had said.
Thank you, Vincent.
You guys had said something about when you walked in, you seen how the house was set up. The girl that he talked to on the video said that before Summer went missing and everything, at 3 years old, when she was 3, the house, I guess, wasn't finished. I guess they hadn't made specific walls. I don't know. But the living area, there was no division or wall or partition, nothing between the living room and the shower, and anybody could just walk right in and see whoever was taking a shower.
That may be true because some of the walls were new. Just like I was talking about, the pantry looked new and drywalled.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you made it sound like it was really like shabby put together, and like maybe he quickly did all that to kind of
No, the walls, the inside, the drywall work was good. Like the work inside the house was good. The shit he did on the outside wasn't good. Like I said, he put up new wood, but he never tie-backed it, caulked it, painted it. It was just there going to rot. Like, why would you fix it if you're just going to let it rot and not finish it? Maybe he did tie-back it in and stuff and it blew off, but it just looked half-ass done.
Yeah, when you was talking about that, all that, I was like, maybe he was in a hurry to make it look.
Maybe. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a possibility that he was trying to get as much as he could, and he's not really an I mean, he's a drywall guy. Maybe he's not a framer. Maybe he's not a plumber. He's definitely not a plumber. I can tell you that now. He damn sure ain't no plumber. But the rest of it maybe he's using what knowledge he has.
Like,
Like me, I could pretty much build your house. I worked in construction most of my life. I could come in, wire the house, do the plumbing in the house, hang the drywall, finish the drywall. I mean, I do a little bit, roof the house. I can do a little bit of all of it. But I'm a master of none of it. But I'm a jack of all trades.
yeah. No, instead of Jack, it's Dolly of all trades.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a dolly of all trades. I mean, I can do it. I'm probably not the best person at any of it, but I'm good enough to get it done.
You can make hats and T-shirts and soap and build houses.
I make shirts, hats, T-shirts, lotions, you name it. Yeah, I make it. When I put my mind to it, I ain't found nothing I can't do.
I'm waiting for it to be Homes by Dolly.
Nah, that ain't going to happen. Too much work.
Oh, okay.
Not enough money.
All righty. There was something else I had on my mind about summer, and it completely went bye-bye. Well, if I think of it, I'll call you guys back.
All right, you be good.
Bye, PJ.
Bye,
All right,
PJ.
peace.
Bye.
Now, here's another thing about construction workers. When you work all day, you come home, you don't really want to fix your own stuff, right? Like, I worked electrical, and there's still things in here that need to be fixed electrical. Yeah. Right. Matter of fact, when my old boss came over, I made him fix the kitchen stuff. I didn't even do it. The person I used to work for, he came over to visit. I was like, hey, man, since you here and got your tools, why don't you fix them couple outlets and shit for me? He's like, all right, I got you. He went in the kitchen and fixed them for me. I didn't even fix them. I had to do the company I used to work for. They just came by because they always want me to,
you're lazy too.
I'm lazy. They want me to take my job back. Like, that's what they always ask me. You ready to come back to work? You ready to come back to work? Nope. No. YouTube's working. Okay. I just got to sell a lot of soap, a lot of lotion, and I'm good to go. But hell no. But while you here, fix them couple outlets. So it may be a situation where he works all day, he gets home, he don't want to do it.
Yeah.
You know? Dolly.
Hey, Dolly. Hey, PJ.
Hey.
Hey, Turtle Fam.
Hey,
it's Shauna. How are y'all doing?
Good.
Are you washing dishes?
Actually, no, a dog.
Okay.
Hey, I just wanted to call real quick and say thank you so much for continuing to talk about, like, I don't care if the missing kids are local to me or not, but I really appreciate y'all keeping their names out there. And you mentioned I couldn't chat the other night, but the whole thing about you coming out to help search for Sebastian, man, you're like one of the only people, and I'm local to his case, really. Nobody's talking about it. Nobody's like doing anything about it. So
all these kids are important. That's the thing.
They're all important. Absolutely. Like what's going on with Emmanuel Haro, whatever.
Not much in that.
Yeah, it's sad. So I just appreciate y'all keeping their names out there, especially Summers, this new information, I'm a little behind because I came in about 20 minutes late, but this new information does not surprise me. But it's people like yourselves that literally care about these kids.
The more awareness we bring to it, the more people that may
Absolutely.
see that and know them people and can fill us in with
100%.
even more info on those people we've been talking about tonight. This
100%.
is just to open the gates. We want to open the floodgates on it. Right.
Absolutely.
So if we're looking into these people and their activities, we want everybody else there that may know these people or what they're about to reach out to us so we can gather even more information on what we think is going on.
Absolutely. And you know what? That only puts more pressure on law enforcement.
Yeah. Well,
if you stay quiet about it.
I hope what law enforcement watches. That's important,
Yeah.
But this stuff has been reported to law enforcement 2 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. But guess what? Only a few people talk about it anymore. And so they just let it go. And I'm not trying to name blame or blame Ellie or whoever, but the more you keep it out there, whether it be you or other content creators or news reporters, like when you stay silent, it just goes by the wayside.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
this new information is like pretty impressive. So if y'all keep talking about it, they're not going to be able to push it to the side. So, but other than that, I've been on Replay Crew a lot lately, or hiding in the shadows while I work. I just wanted to send y'all love. Thank you for what you do with your Christmas. I mean, I do Toys for Tots, but I do it as a ride, and we can all give back.
Okay. All right, Shauna, you be
that's
good.
awesome. I will. Okay. Love you, PJ.
Bye.
All right, bye.
All right. Bye.
All right. You gotta cut Shauna off because she is a talker. Okay, she will talk to you for about 3 days. You done forgot, but you'll be looking at your watch, be like, it'd be 4 hours later, be like, okay, Shauna. All right, I'm just picking. Thank you for calling in, Shauna. And listen, all these kids matter to me. But Summer Wells, I tell people this, and people be like, well, you should care about all the kids the same. I do. I care about all these kids, but Summer Wells means the most to me because this is what brought me here. And you ever heard that saying, don't forget where you came from? I came from the Summer Wells rabbit hole. I wasn't nowhere near. This little girl has completely changed my life, right? Completely changed my life. Not the whole direction that I was moving in stopped, like pump the brakes, hold up. What? And I say it all the time. Stony Stone pushed me right in that rabbit hole. He said, Dolly, have you ever heard of Summer Wells? I was like, no, I don't have no clue what damn. So he's like, oh, yeah, that's crazy. When you get some time, check it out. And then
I've heard this story so many times.
I know, but I got to share it because this is the birth of Dolly Vision. This is why it's so important to me. And I want people to understand why it's so important to me. Is the next thing you know, just like everybody else, I'm on YouTube 3 o'clock in the morning watching Summer Wells. I'm waking up seeing if they found her, if there's any information. Next thing you know, I'm by myself searching the woods on Ben Hill Road, right?
Because you're crazy.
Right. Didn't know any better at the time, right? New to the whole true crime thing. And I was just thinking, my biggest thought was this. And I want to share this because you may think the same thing, and I want to help you with this. I thought to myself, what can one person do? I'm just one person. What can I do? Now I know you can make a big, huge difference. You can make a big, if you're sitting there thinking, I'm just one person, what can I do to help? Don't think like that. One person can change the world. Okay. Get out there and do what you can do for whatever cause it is you're thinking that it's just me. How can I help? You can help. You can definitely help. And we've helped so many people along the way. And if it hadn't have been for that little girl, would we have helped the families that we helped? No, because I'd have been doing something else. Right. And because of Summer Wells, all these other things are happening. All these other searches, all the awareness we're bringing for other children is because of this little girl. That's why she's so important to me. So it won't be a day that you come on this channel and I forget who Summer Wells is, because we here till there's some justice for this little girl. There's some answers for this little girl. And I know people are saying that's never going to come. Well, then we'll never stop. It's just as simple as that. I mean, there's no give in me. I ain't a quitter. There's one thing I am not in this world is a quitter. And I don't give up on people. Once I'm in it, I am in it to the very end. And I can guarantee you that. Okay. I think I showed everybody that with the Georgia thing. I got out of ICU, jumped in the car, and drove to court. Okay. From a massive heart attack. So I don't quit. I don't give up. It's not, and that ain't even over yet because she's appealing. And we stick around.
She was appealing when we left the court case. We knew that.
Yeah. And listen, there's some people out there, and I hate to say army because I've seen armies fold. I've seen people fall off and get demoted. And it's sad
because turn into sergeants and then they get demoted.
Yeah, they get demoted, right? I always say I'm on their team. I never say Army because I've seen so many
I
people
don't
say
like teams.
I'm Summer's Army, and then when it comes down to it, 3 years later, there's Miss Daisy talking about her. You know what I'm saying? There's just a handful of people, and usually half of them are crazies, right? Let's be honest. Some of the people that keep Summer's name out there, they're cuckoo for fucking Cocoa Puffs. But listen, I'm still glad they do it. I truly am, even though like they're crazy as hell. It still keeps it out there a little bit. And it's important to keep these kids' names alive because quickly people will forget. Like Sebastian Rogers. Look, hardly anybody ever talks about Sebastian anymore, right? And he's a little bit older, but still, he's still a kid, special needs at that. And, you know, the importance of finding these kids, or Harmony Montgomery, they still never found her body. Cody Bigsby, they've never found his body. We got Emmanuel Haro, but it still hasn't been found. There's just, you know, one thing about true crime, it's usually a lot of sadness in it, but I try to make true crime a little more entertaining and a little more uplifting because I know we're dealing with tragedy, right? And I deal with everything with humor. Anything that's hard on me, I try to find something to laugh about to lift my spirits. So if you ever come up here and I'm making jokes, you think, well, this ain't the time for jokes. Listen, this is the time.
That's how a lot of people deal with
this is how I deal with things that are horrible, is I make light of things. So I don't make myself cry or make you guys cry, right? We don't want to sit up here and to be casting out tissues, right? But these messages have to be delivered. And even though I'm a big goofball, one thing I am truly passionate about is finding justice for these kids. That's real. That ain't no joke. That's serious, right? That is dead. That's when Dolly's dead serious. There's times when I play, but there's times when I know when, hey, right now it's go time. It's time to be serious. And you'll see that if you stick with me and follow me for the years.
You're making me yawn.
I know, right? See how boring that damn was? Okay, are you ready to get out of here?
I guess.
I got protests to cover. Okay. There's frogs. There's damn
pickles
now. They got pickles out there in Portland. For anybody that's been watching me the last few days, covered Portland.
I have stuff to pack.
Riots. It ain't even a riot. I mean, it's almost the Portland Circus is basically what it is.
Portland pickles.
They got people dressed up like sharks and frogs, and so I'm going to be covering the riots tonight, which ain't even a riot, but it's like the Portland Circus. If you want to join me to watch some of the Portland Circus tonight in about an hour, tune back in, hang out with me, and thank you guys. Now listen, if you watch this and you got any information on these people, Jennifer, before, during, and after, have been here for Summer for one day, one baby girl. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you. Listen, I just forgot what I was going to say. Damn you, Jennifer.
That's not. Thank you, Jennifer. Damn you.
Damn you. I was about to say something. I forgot what I was going to say. That was terrible.
It's not her fault.
I know it ain't Jennifer's fault. I blame it on you, though, Jennifer. Okay. It was important too. I thought in my mind it seemed important. Must not have been that important if I can't remember.
I can't even tell you what you were talking about. Sorry.
I was talking about come join me, watch it, blah blah, the circus.
Pickles.
Portland Dolly.
Portland pickles.
I guess it don't matter. I'll be back in like an hour. I know what I was gonna say.
Okay.
If you have any information on the people that we were talking about tonight, the 4 people arrested, Marlena, okay, or any of that information contained into the stuff that we were talking about tonight, you can call TBI.
If it's
but leave a message on my phone line.
Yes.
Okay.
And that.
Rewind it. It's like a tip line about Summer Wells. You're here to say if you have tips, blah blah. Leave a message. Let us know, right? And definitely leave your number so I can contact you back. If you want to stay private, I will absolutely keep you private. But any information you may have on these 4 people,
or who Philip is,
or who Philip is from
the phone call,
get us that information. Let's work together to bring some justice to this little girl. All right. And Dolly loves you. PJ tolerates you. Okay. But I love you guys, and I'll see y'all later tonight. Peace.